What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF, the network. People, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF, the real Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys could donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel. It's down there strolling below the screen, people, so you can get all the information. Make sure you guys hit the like button and share the videos, man. It keeps the movement popping. Listen, I'm going to try to be fair, okay? I already feel the way I feel from Devin Haney and his daddy through this whole situation with Ron Garcia and the whole him failing PED tests, right? But I'm gonna try to be fair today. Devin Haney decides to do an interview. Let's just get into it, man. That's all I can say is I'm gonna try to be fair, people. Just try to be fair.
And so let's talk to Devin about all this. He's kind enough to join us. Here he is, the man himself, Devin Haney. Hello, Devin. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Ariel?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for the time. We appreciate it as always. Is it fair to categorize, like, this has been a saga, man. It's like, since the fight was announced, this whole thing, from the moment you guys were signed to fight in that Vegas run-in all the way until, like, literally now, this has been some tiring stretch for you, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely been a saga since the start of it. It's been a roller coaster, a circus, but this is where we are now, and it is what it is.
Is there any part of you that sometimes thinks, man, I wish I didn't sign up to fight this guy? I wish I didn't put myself in this position?
No, because I put my trust in Allah, and I know that Allah is a perfect planner. So whatever is for me, it's for me. Whatever it's all on His timing. So no, I don't think like that. But has it been a very unique situation? Absolutely.
You know, this is the first time we speak.
Let me say this. I ain't knocking nobody's religion, people. Believe in what you want to believe in. Let me just say this out the gate. Devin Haney's full of shit. Okay? Devin Haney took this fight because he genuinely thought that he could beat Ron Garcia. Okay? I'm not gonna say the young brother didn't think he could beat him. I really thought I really feel that he thought that he can genuinely beat Ron Garcia. Now, me myself, I thought Ron had a puncher's chance of knocking his ass out and really fucking him up because Ron hit hard. But I always said, Ron don't take the sport seriously enough for me to give him the benefit of the doubt of winning any fight at this point. Ron Garcia has exposed himself before he even fought Tank that he doesn't take the sport seriously. So it ain't a fight that Ron Garcia can take since before the Tank Davis fight to after any fight after Devin or whatever. I don't believe that I would never give Ron Garcia the benefit of the doubt of winning a boxing fight. I would never give him the benefit of the doubt. It would never be high because he doesn't take the sport seriously. So I gave Devin Haney like the edge of beating him because I thought that Devin Haney, and I still think that, I think Devin Haney takes the sports as serious probably as Tank or any of the rest of them guys, them elite guys. I truly, genuinely think that. But I seen holes and flaws in his game. I mean, in his style of fighting. I seen holes in it. And I said, if Ron Garcia takes this fight seriously, which it seemed like he really didn't, once again, but like I said, trying to sell a fight. So we don't know if he takes the fight seriously or not. But we know that he doesn't train like he's supposed to. So that's number one. So that was like a worry of mine of like, I'm not giving Ron the benefit of the doubt. But I seen holes in Devin Haney game and his fight game. And I said if Ron Garcia hits him clean, he's going to hurt him. Because number one, we all know one of his holes that's in Devin Haney fight game is that he doesn't have a good chin. His chin is not like that. Now, I give him credit for not getting knocked out and getting up on his feet. But he got his ass whipped like Earl Spence got his ass whipped by Terrence Crawford. I'm just being real. We knew that Earl got some dog in him. We knew. I wasn't surprised that Earl got up off the canvas and shit and continued to want to keep getting his ass whipped. I wasn't shocked about that. But Devin Haney, I didn't know that about him. I didn't know if he had a little dog in him. But he got a little dog in him. He got his ass up. He got hurt. But like I said, his defense is not like that. His whatever his game plan was, which I don't think that Bill Haney is a great trainer, so that's a flaw in this game. He decided he wanted to go out there and stand toe-to-toe with Ryan Garcia instead he boxed. So this was shit that he fucked up on, right? And holes that I knew that he was most likely going to try to do to prove a point that he's on Tank level. Because that's all this is about. That's why he fought Ryan Garcia in that stupid-ass fight. He fought stupid. Okay? Let's just be real. His own supporters on YouTube has said that shit. So it ain't me saying it. Or just me saying it. All his own people that's getting bought off by Devin Haney and Bill Haney, them YouTube channels, has said it theyself. The game plan or whatever the fuck he was wanted to do, he stood there, he tried to fight Ryan Garcia and he should have just boxed. But that's one thing. His defense is not like that. I'm not even going to question his ring IQ because he didn't even fight like he's supposed to fight. He tried to go out there and prove a point. But let's move on. But I'll get more into it. Let's move on.
We speak since the fight, and so I'm just curious, that fight week in Brooklyn, were there any things in retrospect that you wish you did differently? Like if he didn't make weight, do you wish you would have said, no, the fight is off? If you didn't feel comfortable with things that you were hearing or seeing from him, is there anything that if you were given the opportunity to do again, you wouldn't do given what you saw from him that week?
I could have did things differently, but you know, once you go in there with a guy who's on PEDs, it doesn't matter. You can do everything in the world. You can put.
First of all, nigga, that ain't the question. You couldn't have did. Yeah, you could have did some things different. When his ass came out there overweighted like that, you could have canceled the fight. But no, you tried to be greedy. You really genuinely thought that you could beat him. You said the 3 pounds ain't shit. Pay me the money. You want to be greedy and get the money. So yes, of course you could have did something different of, yeah, look, I should have canceled the fight. Or told him, don't come in this fight 3 pounds over. It ain't going to be no fight. Excuse me. Right? So, my ear's itching. So he could have did that differently. But you didn't know he was on PEDs. Excuse me. And you keep on trying to push this narrative like he got tested for high PEDs in him. The amount of PED, whatever the substance was that was in him, was not high enough for him to have it, how he fought, had any effect on the fight. It had no effect. Devin Haney is still out here playing victim. Like I said, bro, I did my research on this particular substance that Ryan Garcia got popped for, and the percentage that he had in him. There's no way impossible that it would have had an effect on him of whatever the fight was. If he'd have lost or he beat the shit out of Devin Haney like he did, it had no effect. Devin Haney got his ass whipped. That's all it was. It had nothing to do with them PEDs. That's just the scapegoat now. I mean, it's wrong for Ryan when Ryan got popped. Whatever. Right? I'm going to tell you the reason that Ryan Garcia got suspended. Ryan Garcia didn't get popped, didn't get suspended this long for a whole year or banned for a whole year because of that sustenance. Because they knew that it wasn't enough of that sustenance in his system to where he intentionally tried to take it. It was more contaminated. They know that. They got the research. They did all the shit on it. Okay? He got suspended because it was other shit that he got popped for. Like, I don't think he was supposed to smoke weed. Or, it was some things else that he didn't want to take the test for or whatever it was. And that's why they suspended his ass for that long. He wasn't going to get this long of a suspension. He probably would have got 6 months, maybe 4 or 5 months. He probably could have fought again this year. Okay? So that's not why he got suspended. So Devin Haney just making an excuse about these PEDs because he got his ass whipped and he got exposed for not having a fucking chin like people said he didn't. And came in there with that dumbass game plan of trying to fight a nigga that can punch. Like Ryan Garcia can punch. Tank didn't stand in front of this nigga at first. He boxed him. But no, you wanted to go in there and try to show everybody and tank everybody. Listen, I can stand there, I can take a punch, I can fight the fight. And you got your ass whipped. Same thing with Earl Spence. Earl Spence should not have went in there and fought Terrence Crawford the way he fought him. That was a fucked up game plan, and that's part of why he got his ass whipped. And y'all know I fuck with Earl. But hey, he got his ass whipped. Devin Haney making excuses about these PEDs because he got his ass whipped. And this shit gets worse because, like I said, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be fair. But he's saying shit that's already irritating me.
But, clauses, you can do whatever you want, but, you aren't on an even playing field, and that just eliminates everything. Once one guy's on pet.
And let me just say this. This is how you know that these drugs did not have an effect on Ryan Garcia in this fight. To why Devin Haney got his ass whipped. Because he failed 2 drug tests. Before then, he didn't fail any. I think one was a week before that he failed. I think he failed another one like right before the fight. They took a random test, probably like 2 days or something like that, 2 or 3 days before. And he still, with the sample that they had, he still didn't have a high doses of that shit in his system. Every test, each one he failed, each one he failed, he didn't have a high percentage of that shit in his system. Now, the only thing I don't know that's confusing the fuck out of me, that I'm kind of skeptical about the whole doping situation of them running the test. I'm trying to figure out how long do it fucking take you to figure out this motherfucker got a bad drug test. I thought it was maybe a week that a motherfucker got a bad drug test. So it was some skeptical shit behind the scenes with the doping industry of the testing people that it is no way impossible they couldn't figure out that Ryan Garcia didn't pop for this shit before that goddamn fight. Because he failed one before the week of the fight. They already had it. And then he failed it again the week of the fight. So I'm just trying to figure out how the fuck they didn't, you know what I mean? So I think that they knew about it. I think by him being money involved, they let this fight go, which on Devin Haney's part, I'm riding with him on that. Like, you should be more mad at the doping people as well. Ryan, whatever he did, but I'll be mad at the doping people. And I'm mad at them because I don't know how the fuck they just let that shit happen like that. But like I said, I do, because I believe that they knew that Ryan Garcia popped dirty and it was all this money on the line and they ain't want to cancel that shit. The people behind the scenes. And they ain't want to lose no money. So they let that fight go, which they shouldn't have. So you just don't just sue Ryan Garcia, sue the motherfucking people that's supposed to knew about this shit and still let that fight go. See, this is why this shit don't make no sense to me. This is why I can't get on Devin Haney's side fully. Because, yeah, you gonna sue Ryan, that's okay. I'm cool with that. But you better sue the motherfuckers that had that test. I know they had that. I know they knew he popped dirty a week, like the week of the fight. I know they did. It don't take that long to run them tests like that. It takes you about maybe a week that I know of. I could be wrong, but I know it take a week. I know if I go take a fucking piss test for a job, I'm getting that bitch back in a week. Especially when they already know what they're looking for in a piss test. It don't take that long. Let's move on, man.
Guys on PDs and one guy isn't. It doesn't matter at that point.
Did you suspect this at all? Did you ever hear any inklings of this kind of activity?
No, not like from his side, you mean?
Yeah.
No. I didn't. No, it was news to me when it came out.
Listen, and this is why I give Ryan Garcia the benefit of the doubt. Is because he's never got popped for anything like this before. It's almost like the Canelo Alvarez shit. Do the shit sound weird? It's something with the meat, but if you research shit, yes, it's very possible. And they did an investigation about it. So I like the first time that happened. All right. Especially if, you go through the details and everything and come find out shit was contaminated. Okay, I got you. Right? It's fucked up. It's still your fault because you got to be very aware of the shit that you're putting in your body. But it's not really all your fault because people are putting shit in a lot of shit and they don't supposed to. Some of these corporations and shit that's making a lot of these supplements and food and shit like that. That shit is weird, bro. But they doing that. So that's why a lot more people eating healthier now. Because a lot of shit is contaminated with shit. Right? So like the first time I'm giving Ryan a pass. Because he has never popped for anything like that. Now, if Ryan pop again, then nigga, we like, yo, you cheated the first time, nigga. You like, we ain't giving you no pass. You got one time. I give you one time to get caught with PEDs. You get caught with that shit again, then nigga, we know you doing steroids. We know you intentionally trying to do some shit, or you just being real reckless. But either way, nigga, you're not getting the pass for this time. You got one time, and it all depends about that one time. Too, because if we know that you was taking steroids and intentionally doing it the first time, then no, you don't get no pass. But false contamination, yes, you kind of give those fighters a pass because for the first time, because they're putting shit in supplements, diet pills or whatever. These people are shakes, all types of shit, food, meat. They're contaminating food now without you knowing. How the fuck you supposed to know if they sticking shit in some meat that's contaminated with some type of PEDs? You wouldn't know that. You can read the back of some shit all you want, but if that shit is contaminated with something and they don't want nobody to know about it, then yeah. It has happened. I believe it happened to Canelo, and I believe it happened to Ron Garcia. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I didn't know anything of it.
He still maintains this was all done unknowingly, contaminated substances and all that. Do you believe that?
No, I don't believe that. At the end of the day, if you genuinely felt that, why did he, he admitted to it. He forfeited the $1 million.
That is not why he did that. See, this is why this is what I'm, listen, it's two things about this. If he don't know, that's fucked up because he don't know what he talking about. Or two, he does know what he knows what he's saying and lying. Listen, that is not true. The reason that Ron Garcia got suspended as long as he did, and it wasn't a plea deal. He acted like it's a plea deal. No, nigga, he said he did it. He didn't do it because it was other drugs that they tested that he did. It wasn't like PEDs and no shit like that. It was probably fucking cocaine or something for all the fuck we know. You get what I mean? And he didn't want to comply. So they was like, man, well, fuck that then. We was going to give you a real slap on the wrist, but nigga, you ain't going to try to, with this shit? Well, nah, nigga. Get his ass a year. Fuck all that. And the WBC, it's another whole little conspiracy with that shit, is the WBC they out there vouching for Ron Garcia. What the fuck is y'all doing? But like I said, it's a little Mexican thing, so they probably trying to protect their own like they did Canelo. Like, stop it. You make Ron even look worse. The fuck is wrong with you? But that's why Ron, he didn't admit the shit. He didn't take a plea to nothing. His ass wouldn't comply with the people about the other drugs. That wasn't PEDs. So Devin Haney is lying on purpose, or he don't know what the fuck he talking about. But either way, it's worse. It's fucked up because he don't know what he's talking about, or he's intentionally lying. I mean, you pick your poison with that shit. But let's move on.
He took his suspension. This is what he agreed to. So he basically took a plea deal. He didn't take it to trial. He didn't try to fight it or nothing like that. He owned up to it to the commission. He signed the contract, whatever the case may be, that this is my suspension. This is what it is. So no,
that is not what that is. That is not true. Devin Haney, please stop, bro. Damn, you look like a pussy out here, bro. And I'm trying to be fair, bro. But yo, you really annoying me, yo. It gets to the point I don't even like your voice, bro. You sound like a bitch. He admitted. He didn't admit shit. That wasn't why he didn't comply. He didn't plead the shit. Yeah, he signed this shit because his lawyers or people, whoever, and the WBC told him, just go ahead and sign that, man. You be out for a year. Don't worry about it. That's most likely what probably happen, but that's not why he got the suspension the way he did. Because of that substance. It wasn't because of that. They was going to give him a slap on the wrist like they gave Canelo. It was other drugs in his system that wasn't PEDs that he wouldn't comply of the reason why he was taking these drugs or how they got in the system. Because listen, probably was cocaine, whatever, we don't know. But I'm just saying, it wasn't PEDs, I know that. So Devin Haney is lying about that, or he's not telling the truth about that, or he don't know what the fuck he's talking about, and he didn't take a plea deal for the substance. Now, if you want to say, yeah, he just agreed to all that shit, but that wasn't the reason why he did it, because of the PEDs. They already figured it out that the shit was contaminated. So that's not true. Or what you talking about. He did go to prove that. He didn't want to prove the other shit was recreational drugs or some shit. Stop lying, or stop not knowing what the fuck you talking about. Come on, Devin Haney, man. Come on, man.
A guy who failed 5 different tests. No, it wasn't unknowingly.
Have you talked to him?
And it wasn't for PEDs. It was only 2 that was the PEDs. The other shit was other recreational drugs that he was using. You see how he trying to group it out here? All to do all these other drugs. So if a motherfucker high off of cocaine, now, people, if some people high off of cocaine, now, cocaine, or whatever he was probably on, just let's say this cocaine. Now, it might give you an edge of being amped up. But I don't give a fuck if you high off of cocaine like that. You ain't beating. If I'm a more superior fighter than you, you ain't. I'm going to win. You being on cocaine don't matter. Or whatever other substance drugs he was on. You ain't beating me. See, that's what I'm saying about Devin Haney. He don't believe in his skills no more. He know that he got exposed for the flaws in his game. That's why he keep trying to blame this shit, trying to group all that shit together like that, and trying to throw people off like, well, he had these PEDs in the system and he failed those tests, so that means he had an advantage. No, he didn't have enough of that system to where it can have an effect in his system. One of the biggest doses, like it wasn't high doses of it, to where it can affect him. The whatever he took can affect him anyway. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. All right, let me shout out people in here. Shout out to my brother Callie in the building. What up, Callie? He said, Kenny Hands get real. That just exposed. Yes, yeah, he got exposed. That's why he sounded like a little bitch out here in this interview. If Haney wanted to, he should have canceled the fight in a way. Yes, he should have did all that, but he was trying to be greedy. He was trying to get that money. He was trying to get that money. I don't even want to hear about the weight shit. Because he wanted the money. He ain't got no excuse for that. I ain't even trying to hear that shit from Devin Haney. Shout out to Brother Bell in the building. What up, Brother Bell? He said, what's up, man? What's up, Kelly? Yeah, love to you too, bro. Shout out to Adam in the building. What up, Adam? He says, I believe Ryan, when he says he did not intentionally take. Yeah, he didn't. I don't believe he intentionally did it. Adam again. What up, Adam? You're not going to take PEDs only the day before the fight to try to get an advantage. No, you listen. First of all, them substances don't work like that. Them PEDs don't work like that. You listen. If you take steroids, people, right? Say like some people that got certain diseases and stuff like that, they take steroids. Some type of disease, right? They take steroids. That shit don't kick in a day or two. That shit takes a while to really have an effect on your system or what they trying to combat with whatever the illness is. It takes a minute. That's how I know that, like, he's over exaggerating this situation. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying he's over exaggerating it to the point of he's saying that it has had an effect of him getting his ass whipped. It didn't. Listen, he got popped for that shit a week before, right? The week of the fight, he got popped again, right? When he failed them 2 drug tests, they was weak. They was in a 2-week span. It is no way in 2 weeks that drug will have an effect on you. It's no way impossible. Especially the little of a doses that he had in the system. It's no way impossible. Devin Haney knows this already because he has sat down with these people already and they have told him that. But he's still pushing this narrative. Like, stop it, nigga. You sound like a pussy right now, bro. Let's move on.
Off, out of the public eye, like, just, off the record, have you guys had any kind of conversations since all this came out?
Nah, he be messaging me like on Instagram and shit like that, like trying to be cool, like trying to be like, I don't know. Some we all know, it's something odd with him. And
listen, and let me just say this. I'm not gonna lie about this. I ain't the biggest fan of Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia. I don't like neither one of these motherfuckers. Okay? Listen. Ryan Garcia, something emotionally going on with him. The dude stepped away from boxing because he was going through some mental issues. We know that. So we know he ain't right. He going through divorce. He got a whole bunch of bullshit going on with him. Then this shit happens. We know Ryan Garcia ain't right. But what we not going to do is lie on the man. That's what we not going to do, Devin Haney. I get it. Devin, listen. Is he wrong for having that shit in the system? Yes. Did he intentionally take it? I do not think so. Even from me doing my research, looking at the documents that the New York people put out, it's impossible that he tried to do that shit intentionally. It's impossible. It's impossible. But we just not gonna lie on Ryan Garcia. And I don't even like Ryan Garcia, but I'm just saying. We're not gonna do that, Devin. You got your ass whipped, bro. That's all that matters to me. You got exposed for not being as good as you think you are. You can blame this shit on PEDs. You can blame this shit on him coming in 3 pounds overweight. You can blame all that bullshit all you want, but I can debunk all that shit. I ain't even gotten to the weight shit yet, but let's move on.
So like, it's cool for him to message me. None of that. None of that is going on. Like, for the shit that he did, I want to make him pay for the shit that he did in the ring, out the ring, however.
And so, what kind of stuff is he messing?
Let me just say this. Let me be real, and I'm gonna be 100 about it. People might not like what I'm getting ready to say, but I'm about to be real about what he just said. This is why I don't fuck with Devin Haney. And this is why I need him to stop acting like a tough guy. Yes, it take a special motherfucker to get in that boxing ring. I get that, bro. I ain't taking that away from you. But this whole persona of you a tough guy, you're not. You're proving my point that you're not. Right? I'm going to tell you something. When Cotto got cheated by what's the name with gloves, that really had a real impact in that fight. But what's the name had that shit in his glove. When Fury did what he did, with that shit with Deontay Wilder. Them niggas didn't sue. You know why? Because they come from the streets. They wanted they shit back in blood. Fuck all that legal shit. Let the legal shit, y'all do that with the suspensions or whatever. Y'all handle that. But I want to get, what the fuck? I'm gonna light me an incense. You goddamn fucking net. But anyway, they come from the streets. Y'all do all that legal shit. I want my shit back in blood. I want my shit. I want to get his ass back in the ring. Now, it ain't work out for Deontay Wilder, but it damn sure worked out for Cotto. Cotto beat the shit out of Margaret, whatever the fuck his name is. That dude, little Mexican dude, he beat the shit out of him. He fucked him up because he knew that he was a better fighter than him. Sometimes it go your way, sometimes it don't. Wilder found out it didn't go his way. He ain't like that. He can't beat Fury. Cool. But at least he went down on his shield and he didn't do all this bitching and complaining that Devin Haney's doing. And let me just say this to Devin Haney fans. You the same niggas that are Deontay Wilder fans. Deontay Wilder didn't do none of this bullshit that nowhere compared to what Bill Haney and Devin Haney is doing. And you niggas are riding with this shit, but Deontay Wilder didn't do none of that. He said, yeah, nigga, there was something wrong with that nigga gloves, man. That shit ain't right. But you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna get that shit back in blood. And we roll with him. He ain't do all this legal shit outside of the ring. I'm gonna sue him and all that bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you why they didn't do it. One of the reasons why is because they come from the streets. They come from fucked up environments where they had to grind to get where they are. Devin Haney ain't never had to do that. That's why he on this, and there's nothing wrong with it, right? I would tell you, I wouldn't have anything wrong with what he is saying. My problem with Devin Haney is, the reason I got a problem with what he's saying about the legal and all that shit is because you run around here like you're a tough guy. Like you really from the streets. You are a pretender, nigga. If you act like you a good kid, a good young man, a real citizen, but you can do your thing in that boxing ring, I wouldn't have no problem with you saying, I'm suing this motherfucker too. I wouldn't have no problem with it. But all that tough gangster shit that you be talking, that's my issue, nigga. Stop being something that you're not. Nobody's saying you're a bitch ass nigga. I'm just saying stop acting like you thorough like that. Like you really come from that life. You don't. That's why I told y'all the bitch niggas are winning now. This is a prime example of it. Nigga, you sit out here and pretend he a tough guy, but then shit get real. Nigga get that wake-up call. All of a sudden, yeah, I'm going to do things to him inside of the ring and outside of the ring. Now, all of a sudden, now, he goes back to being some type of good Samaritan, but at the same time, trying to play tough. Get the fuck out of here. That's my issue. I wouldn't have no problem with what he's saying, but that's my issue with what he's saying. Fuck all that shit. I'm gonna get him inside, outside of the ring. Listen, you fight Ryan Garcia again, he gonna whip your ass. Again. Because I guarantee you, if he gets clean and they say he ain't got no PEDs in him and everything right, and you go in there and fight that same dumbass fight that you fought before, you gonna get, this time you probably get knocked out. Because you already damaged goods, nigga. And it ain't just about you took some punishment. Your mental fucked up. Because you don't know who you are. You don't know in 1 minute you're a gangster nigga, or next minute you're a good Samaritan. You're a good kid from the suburbs. I mean, nigga, what is it? You are a confused Negro. Let's move on.
Stuff is he messaging you about?
He said some shit like, I didn't know. He said something like, I didn't know that you beat up Javante like that or some shit like that. Some of that shit.
First of all, Devin Haney, you did not beat up Javante. You did not beat up Tank. It is sparring, nigga. You got hurt in sparring. Tank got tied in sparring. So you got the little best of them at the end. But you didn't beat up Tank. You didn't daze him. You didn't have him dazed all in the corner or no shit like that. But he did that to you. You sucker punched Tank, and he turned around and looked at you and started whipping your ass some more. Come on, bro. You get in a real fight with them 8-ounce gloves, whatever the ounce gloves, I think it's 8-ounce gloves that they wear. Tank gonna knock your ass out. You know that. And the only reason all of you niggas want to fight Tank is y'all, listen, I don't give a fuck if it's Shakur. Listen, the only person I really think that they think they can beat Tank is Shakur. I really genuinely think he can. He can. But other than that, all of them, even Shakur, you only want to fight Tank because he's the money man. Because you ain't making the money Tank making. You want all his spotlight, all his glory. You want all that shit. You want the people to love you like they love Tank. Because your niggas don't sell shit. That goes for Lomachenko too. Lomachenko don't sell shit. He's a Terrence Crawford. He sells just a little more than the rest of them niggas that don't sell pay-per-views. That is just a fact. Fuck out of here. The only difference is that Lomachenko fan base, it's okay. But if the fight be big, because I think Tank's supposed to fight Lomachenko, the only reason the fight is going to be big is because a lot of them motherfuckers don't like Tank. They going to come to see Tank lose. They going to tune in to see Tank lose. It ain't about nothing about Lomachenko. They're a fan of Lomachenko. A lot of those people that's going, if this fight be as big as it's supposed to be. I'm telling y'all that. But they're really Tank fans. But they're Tank haters. They don't like Tank. So they're really his fans. Your haters is your fans if they willing to spend money to see you get your ass whipped. Or hoping you get your ass whipped. They still your fans. Let's just be real. They got bad promoters. That's just all it is. Bob Arum do not promote black fighters good. He just don't. Because you know why? The one thing about black fighters, you have to really genuinely start from the ground and build their fan base. Right? White fighters, foreign fighters, those fighters, Mexican fighters and shit like that, they already have a fan base. Their culture base. Black people do too much hating on each other. So that's why you got to build your shit from the ground up. Them Mexican fans, they going to love a Mexican even if they don't like them. They going to support them even if they don't like them. That's how much they stay on code and support each other. And that goes for the rest of the other races of people. Black people ain't like that. That's why it's hard for them black fighters to get promoted the right way. Listen, look at all those people that was signed to Floyd Mayweather. That a couple of them just left him. They got a little fan base. You know what happened? Floyd ain't push him. Floyd ain't push him. And I'm being real about that. Now, number one, Floyd didn't push him. And number two, they was asking for shit. They wanted to get pushed so badly, and they ain't even got enough fights on their belt. See, people don't realize this about Tank. Tank started from the gutter. He had to have fights in his bag. These niggas coming out, they want all this publicity, and they ain't even fought 15 fights yet, professionally. They think that they supposed to just pop over 15 fights. Look what happened to Rolly. Rolly ain't shit now. Nobody want to see him fight no more. Tank whipped his ass, gave him enough publicity, so he could take it. If he did what Pitbull Cruz did and kept winning, it'd have been a different story. But he losing. He getting his ass whipped in fights. Nobody want to see another Rolly fight. Rolly maybe got one more good fight in him. Other than that, nobody gonna want to see him at all. And Ron Garcia keep fucking around. His ass ain't gonna last that long. Just trying to tell you. Frank Martin better be smart. Frank better not be acting like Earl and all that shit. Nigga, you lost this fight. Hey man, fight it. Take a couple months off, get your shit right. You ain't damaged that bad. You just got your ass knocked out. Take a couple of months off. Tell your people. It ain't even anyway. When you get knocked out like that, the commission people, they already have you out for a couple of months to make sure you cleared to like kind of fight again. So that ain't nothing abnormal, So we need to see Frank need to fight again at the end of the year. I need to see Frank fight a decent fighter, not nobody crazy, not too elite, but somebody decent to get his feet back, to get his confidence back up. That's all he got to do and get back on the right track. And then next year you go fight somebody that's elite or up there, a B level fighter. You need to go and fight your little C level fighter to get your confidence back. Work on some shit. You get what I mean? Tune up. They call them tune up fights. Get that. Don't be like Earl Spence. Listen, it is a very possibility that we get ready to see the end of Earl Spence Jr. I'm just telling y'all that. Earl, I love Earl, man, but Earl, nigga hard-headed, man. But anyway, he don't listen to people. But anyway, but yeah. But Frank Martin will be fine if he do exactly what I just said. Don't go out there trying to fight no B-level fighter right now, nigga. You just got your ass whipped by an elite fighter. Elite. The best fighter in the world. Okay? Hey, man. Go get you a little C-level fighter. You are a B-level fighter. Go fight a C-level fighter. Get your confidence. Build your shit back up. You be fine. And then you know what you do? If you can't make 135 no more, man, move the fuck up, man. Go fight you a motherfucking Pitbull Cruz or Rolly Romero or Regis Prograis. Go fight one of them dudes. Antoine Russell Jr. in your second fight next year. But don't do it right away. Do it after. Like, come on, man. I wonder who be promoting these niggas and talking to these niggas like, man, slow your roll, nigga. You just got your ass whipped. And be honest with niggas. Stop bullshitting these niggas, man. Fuck.
Reset.
Okay. So he's trying to be cool with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess.
Interesting.
But like I said, it's we not friends. It ain't none of that. It's, like I said, he gonna pay for it. He gonna pay for what he did in the ring and out the ring, and that I mean that in many different ways.
And I'd like to ask you about that, but just
hold up. First of all, what do that even mean? See, this is what I mean by that tough guy shit. What you going? Like, what do it mean in so many different ways? What that mean? I mean, if I'm in the interview, I'd ask him, hey man, What do you mean? What you gonna do something to him outside the ring? You gonna hurt him or something? See, this is what I mean by that tough shit. This is how you know he don't come from the streets. First of all, you know the crazy part about it, I wouldn't even be telling motherfuckers I'm gonna do something. Whatever I'm gonna do to Ryan. I'm just gonna say, all I'm gonna say is, oh, you'll hear whatever you hear. You wouldn't even hear me talking about a lawsuit or nothing like that. I'd just be like, yeah, my people doing lawsuits or whatever. That's it. But you know, whatever happened with that happened. But my main issue is I want to get him. I want to get his ass back in the ring. I wouldn't even have a problem with that. But this whole tough guy image that he trying to, present to the people, that shit ain't working no more, bro. You got to expose for who you really are. All that shit, that whole tough guy image, that whole I'm like that in the ring, nigga, we see through that. I've been seen through it, but hopefully a lot of your fans and other people starting to see this shit. Let's move on.
But just regarding the suspension, the $1 million to Golden Boy, why is that? Why did they get $1 million?
Yeah, I didn't understand that. But I'm trying to.
Now I'm with him on that. I don't know why the fuck Golden Boy got $1 million. Now it may be some legal shit we don't know nothing about. Or it's maybe because Golden Boy lost money fucking with Ryan. But we already know they both, the Golden Boy and Eddie Hearn, lost money in this last fight. Regardless, before we even knew that Ryan Garcia got popped for PEDs. We know that they lost money. That's why you hear Oscar coming out with his cokehead ass talking about you can't sell. Well, we been knew that. What you thought was Ryan was a bigger star because he just did some shit with Tank. And you thought that him, and then he just did a little warm-up fight. You thought, hey, he back. Nah, Devin Haney don't sell either. Devin Haney sell lesser than Ryan. This shit has been proven. So they lost money. So that's most likely that's the reason. I'm surprised Eddie Hearn didn't get $1 million back from Ryan. But I guess however it went, they got $1 million back from Ryan to Golden Boy. I guess, listen, man. It could be that he put a stain on the company, the promotional company. It could be that. I mean, for all the fuck we know, we don't know. But like I said, I wouldn't be shocked that they gave any reason they gave Golden Boy money back, because they lost money fucking with these motherfuckers, man. But both of them, they lost money. That shit wasn't as big as and then Devin Haney people coming out lying and shit. They Blue Blood Sports, all you goofy ass niggas talking about, they sold 400K pay-per-views. That's bullshit. No, they didn't. Why all of a sudden that shit coming out now? That shit bullshit. It's a goddamn lie. No motherfucking way they sold 400K. They was struggling to sell tickets at the goddamn arena. My bad, people. They was barely selling tickets. To put asses in the seats. They was going down on the tickets. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you why. This is how you know when a motherfucker sell. They could talk about pay-per-views with Tank. I don't believe that Tank and Frank Martin did that very well, because nobody knew who the fuck Frank was unless you was a boxer. A real boxing fan. Nobody knew who the fuck Frank was outside of that. He ain't had his crazy fan base. Okay? A lot of the people that showed up to that goddamn fight wasn't even Frank Martin fans. They was Tank fans. And Either way, they was Tank fans that was with him. It was Tank fans that was against him because they still his fans because they want to see him lose. They weren't no Frank Martin fans. You seen that shit when Frank was leaving. How Tank fans, it was a whole bunch of them of it, man. Look at the loser. I was seeing this shit behind the scenes. Yo, they wasn't Frank fans. I'm not saying there wasn't no Frank fans in there, but I'm just saying it wasn't a whole bunch of these motherfuckers there. So I wouldn't be shocked that Tank sold 200,000, 300,000. But I know one motherfucker thing. We can keep talking about these pay-per-view sales all y'all want. Y'all know that it's very iffy with them pay-per-view sales. They can go up, they can go down. It's just how they are. But when you talking about arenas, when you talking about selling out places, only Tank Davis is the only motherfucker when he put a cap on how much you gonna pay to go see him, that shit don't go down. All the rest of them fighters, every last one of them, even Canelo, they gotta lower their prices to put asses in the seats. These are facts. You don't do that with a Tank Davis fight, nigga. Whatever them prices is, that's what you paying. They don't get lowered. Tank usually sell out soon his fight come. When it's possible for them to get them tickets, he usually sell out. That's how you know who's the biggest star. The pay-per-view shit is not like how it used to be anymore. What Tank and Ron did, the reason that shit was humongous the way it did was because the last person really kind of did that was probably Canelo. Floyd doesn't even do that. Not no more. Not even off his expedition shit. Like fighting these non-motherfuckers. He don't do that. He might sell out an arena. But Floyd don't sell pay-per-views no more. Fuck out of here. Fighters are not doing that anymore. Because niggas are bootlegging shit too much now. They're streaming this shit for free. Just telling you. That's how you know who your core fans are. That's why I be okay when motherfuckers can't get into them streams and shit, the still fights. Motherfuckers like, damn, I can't get the fight. Good. Pay for the fucking fight. Or go somewhere where somebody paid for the fight. If I'm a business too, I heard some business down in Texas that was like, they was at the, and I can see why they did it, but I'd be charging motherfuckers just to get in the door at David Buster's or something if I got the fight on for free. Nigga, I'm charging. Motherfuckers gonna pay at least $1 to get in this motherfucker. Like, real talk. Anyway, let's move on.
I'm trying to, my team is talking to the commission and talking to Golden Boy to figure out, how that works.
Okay. And so, do you know how much you'll be getting from him?
I don't know. No. That's what we're trying to figure out. But this whole situation has cost me money. I've lost money during this whole situation. Which at the end of the day is boxing. But like I said, he will pay for everything.
When you say it's cost you money,
let me say this. Matter of fact, no, I'm gonna let him finish.
The purse bid.
Yeah, I mean that is one of the ways that it has cost me money.
Devin Haney, please stop. Because let me just say this. I can see from his narrative or what he kind of saying a little bit, but it still doesn't make any sense. You wasn't selling before this. You got a reality check that, nigga, you thought you was gooder than what you was. Even if you would have beat Ryan Garcia. We came to find out, even after you beat, if you, let's just say you beat Ryan. Let's say you beat him. We seen the numbers, nigga. When he beat you, the numbers still was bad. If you would have beat him, the numbers would have still been bad. What are you talking about, bro? Even if you, listen, yes, of course it went down a little because that you lost to Ryan. Yeah, we know that. But even if you would have beat Ryan, you probably would have just still got the same money that you probably would normally would get, but you wouldn't have got no more extra money. Excuse me. Unless you beat Tank. Unless you fight Tank. Any other fighter, they're not. What fighter you know that can generate the money that Tank gonna put in your pocket? Every fighter since you fought ever since the fight that you fought Cambosis, you didn't make no money, bro. You've been making the same money. Your money didn't go up like that. Because you don't sell like that. Your biggest sell was with Lomachenko. You was with Ron. He came off of the biggest payday ever. Pay-per-view sales, stadium, all that shit. And you still didn't sell with him. But everybody kept telling me, Ron Garcia, if it wasn't for Ron, that fight wouldn't have been as big. Partly you're right, but partly you're wrong. Because we seen that without Tank, these niggas don't sell. I like Pitbull Cruz. You know what's happening? Pitbull Cruz is getting good fights. But his pockets ain't going up like that. He ain't selling like that. Him and Rolly ain't really selling like that. They just get in these fights. People, listen, people gotta be realistic about this shit. Devin Haney lives in a fantasy world because he cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Listen, this nigga living in another whole fantasy. He think he a tough guy 1 minute, then the next minute he's a private school kid. Get the fuck out of here. But listen, you gotta be real about this shit. It's a business with this shit. These niggas ain't selling. Why would a promotional company go deal with Shakur and he doesn't sell? I don't give a fuck how good of a fighter he is. I don't give a fuck how many people want to see that fight. I don't give a fuck how many people think that Shakur can beat Tank. The dude he cannot promote us. First of all, he with a bad promoter that don't know how to promote black fighters. These are facts. Every black fighter that Bob Ham has ever had, he has not promoted black fighters good. And he had some great ones. And he still don't know how to promote them because he don't want to promote them. Because he don't want to put in the work to do it. And like I said, he always get these fighters that can't do shit. They can't knock niggas out. They're not spectacular. They're just good, great boxers. That's it. And ain't nothing exciting to go to a Shakur fight. Let's be real. The only real exciting fight Shakur had was 2 fights. He fought the little Mexican dude because that was anticipated. Because he had power. Right? The little dude at 130. And fuck dude name. He was on his last leg as a black dude. And it was about the belt. That was the only reason. But he still didn't sell shit. Y'all, listen, people got to start being realistic about this shit. People got to start being realistic about this shit. I thought my light was blinking. Thought I had to change my light. And my goddamn refrigerator. And I probably do soon. But people gotta be realistic about this. If your favorite fighter ain't selling, stop asking for your favorite fighter to fight these big fighters. The ones with names. The ones that's making money. Or tell your fighter to lower their expectations when it comes to getting that bag. Your favorite fighters a lot of times is sitting out here asking for crazy money. They're going to make money anyway because they're fighting somebody that brings the bag. You go fight Tank, you're going to get a bag. Let's just be real. He the money man. You go fight Canelo, you're going to get a bag because he the money man. They the only two dudes in boxing. And maybe Norway or something like that, but we don't know about how his shit transitioned over here. People don't tell you about them heavyweights. Them heavyweights don't be making it. They don't be selling like that. Fury and all them, they was just getting that money because I ain't gonna say this. They will do about 500,000 and up pay-per-views. They will sell out a stadium. So the shit will be big. So the Furies of the world, yeah. But Fury might as well go ahead and retire. I don't want to see him fight no more. And Deontay Wilder, get the fuck on out of here. He maybe got one more fight in him, but I don't want to see neither one of them niggas fight no more. Their time is over. Let them little young bulls come up. Y'all done. Y'all old niggas. Get the fuck out of here, man. Sometimes you got to know when to throw the gloves in the ring and say, I'm done. But the only motherfuckers that sell like that is Canelo and Tank. They the only motherfuckers. You gonna get a bag if you fight them niggas. Even one of them. You gonna get a bag. But all these other fighters, you're not getting a bag like that. You're not getting a bag like that. You're gonna probably make maybe an extra million, but you go fight Tank or go fight Canelo. Oh shit. Nigga, from you just getting an extra million, you go over there and fuck with Tank and Canelo, you might get 10 to 15 million. Let's be real. Frank Martin, you know how much money he just got? Frank ain't never made in one fight over $5 million. Not over $2 million. And I'm talking about after taxes. Frank just got him a $10 million bag. After taxes. After taxes. So this is what I'm telling you about motherfuckers like Canelo and Tank. You're going to make a bag. Don't go in there like the Shakurs and Devin talking about I'm bigger than what I'm in. Nigga, you ain't even making that. Probably through your career, you probably got up to $10 million. But have you got in a fight that where one fight, you got $10 million? Devin Haney ain't never had that. Shakur Stevenson ain't never had that. Stop coming into the negotiations with the money man, the money men, Canelo, and Tank, like they supposed to give you what you're asking for. No, they don't. They helping you make money. You ain't helping them make no money. Nigga, they go listen. Tank probably got about a good 20 million out of this last fight. About good 20, 25 mil. I'm hearing, I'm hearing about 20, 25 mil he made off this last fight. He made more with the Ryan shit, of course. But Frank Martin is nobody. But that's how big Tank is. He made 20, 25 mil off this last fight. You know, Tank Up front, you know how much money he got up front? About 5-10 mil. Up front. He got about 15-20 on the back end of this fight. Frank Martin up front, you know how much money he got? 5 mil. He ain't never made that in one fight. On the back end, he probably got about a good 10, maybe 15, maybe 12, 13, around that. No more than 15, but he got about 12, 13 or something around that. That's how much money Frank Martin just made. He ain't never made that in one fucking fight. Shit, I don't even think Frank made that in his career. But Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney will sit there and tell you they acting like they like that. They make that type of money. They do not make that type of money. Them niggas need to sit their ass down and act like they got some motherfucking sense about the business. And understand that they as very good of fighters they are. I'm not going to call none of these fighters great until they retire. But very good fighters, elite fighters, as elite they are, they don't sell shit. They don't bring business like that, bring money to the table like a Tank does. Nigga, sit your ass down and appreciate that you in that spotlight and you get ready to get the biggest bag that you ever got in your career at this point. Because if you beat Tank, then your stock goes up. And you know there's a rematch clause in it. So you ready to get another big ass bag. That's why you understand the shit about Terrence Crawford. With the whole Earl Spence shit, you was getting ready to get another big bag. But that's why I said these niggas, they don't understand business. Let's move on.
Yeah.
What other ways?
As far as just in the future, future fights, right? It has cost me.
Okay. I saw that you did an interview with Dan Rayfield last week, and you said that you were considering suing him for this. Is that still the plan?
Like I said, this whole thing has cost me, and I wasn't on I signed up for a fair fight. I signed a contract for a fair fight where we do drug testing, where we go in and, I'm clean, he's clean, and that wasn't the case. So like I said, he must pay. He must pay for that. When you sign a contract, he said that he's gonna be clean going into the fight. I'm gonna be clean. It ain't gonna be nothing in my system. It ain't gonna be nothing in his system. And he didn't hold up his bargain. He didn't hold up on his side of that.
I'm gonna say this again, Devin Haney. Nothing in his system. Yeah, it's wrong that he had it. It was nothing. It wasn't a high percentage of what he had of them so-called PEDs. I ain't gonna say so-called. Them PEDs that he had in his system that had an effect of why he whipped your ass, bro. Ron Garcia whipped your ass, man. Get over it, bro. The more you sit out here and bitch and complain about it, you look weak, nigga. Yeah. He's gonna play off the court. Stuttering and shit. Get your stuttering ass. Listen, I stutter, people. Right? I stutter a little bit. But he sound like a bitch. It don't help when you sound like a bitch and you stuttering. And we know you ain't like that. The fuck out of here, nigga. You know damn well them PEDs ain't had nothing to do with you getting your ass whipped because them doping people told you already. So stop acting like that's what it is. You try and play politics, nigga. Try and play victim. Get your bitch ass back in the gym. Get your tune up. And fight Ryan next year. Get your shit back in blood, nigga. That's all we want to hear. We don't want to hear about all this shit. Oh, we're going to sue him off the court, but, you know, he's going to get his in and off the court. Off the court. Man, shut your bitch ass up. Sound like a real bitch right now, nigga. Who is this PR people? You know this nigga sound corny. You're a corny ass nigga. Listen, Devin Haney, you're a corny ass nigga, man. I'm telling you, sound like a corny nigga. You walk like a corny ass nigga. You move like a corny ass nigga. You just a corny ass nigga. And like I said, I wouldn't have a problem if you one of them corny niggas and you stay a corny nigga, but you get busy. I ain't mad at that. But this whole tough shit you doing, you even extra corny, nigga. How you trying to present yourself? You ain't like that. Stop, nigga.
So he will pay.
Okay. Has that
And
started?
he will pay. He will, like I said, he will pay. He will pay in the ring. I want to get it back in blood in the ring, but also outside the ring. I'm still a businessman at the end of the day, and this is a business. So, and people admire me because of my business sense and how I got to this.
Whoa. What business? You can't even sell. What business? You listen, you want to fight with the top dog, Tank. What business? Before all this shit, you're woosah, nigga. Listen, before this fight, you couldn't get a fight with Tank. You know why? Because you do bad business. It's proven that you do bad business. Your daddy does bad business by running his fucking mouth too much. Just like you do. Trying to play tough. Your daddy might be some former street gangster nigga, but he is still a corny ass nigga now. Cause he's still trying to pretend he's still a street nigga. Nah. Get your corny ass out here, Bill Haney. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Nigga, you a citizen now. You ain't in them streets, nigga. Please stop. I wish a lot of these niggas that so-called be talking tough and talking about they from the hood and all that shit. Stop pretending that you niggas is in the streets. Please stop that. Listen, I am a former street nigga. I'm telling you these niggas ain't like that. They ain't like that. Nobody's saying they pussy, but I'm telling you they ain't like that. Nigga, I ain't like that. I ain't in the streets. Why is everybody trying to pretend to like they from the fucking streets? Why? You a former street nigga. Listen, if niggas in the street don't give you credit for that, then fuck them niggas. That's why them niggas are still where they at and you where you are. Fuck out of here. I ain't got to prove nothing, no nigga. Not about no street shit. Because like I said, I would not tell y'all all the shit I did in the streets. First of all, it's incriminating. So I wouldn't do that. I ain't one of these goofy ass niggas out here. But I ain't gonna sit out and pretend I'm out in these streets. I'm out here. I got the love of the streets. Nigga, no. I know niggas in the streets, whatever. I don't hang around them niggas like that. Listen, I don't hang around in the streets. I'm not saying no street niggas don't hang around me, but niggas know when they come in my presence, it's rules and regulations to be around me. Niggas just can't hang around me. I don't give a fuck if they from the streets or not. Certain shit you can't do around me. I'm a family man. Nigga, you can't put my motherfucking family in danger. Listen, it ain't about me. This is about my family. So if I ain't gonna put my family in danger, I'll be damned if you come in my presence and put me in danger and put my family in danger. Fuck out of here. If I ain't doing it, you ain't coming around me to do it. This niggas, I wish people stop that shit. I wish if you a former street nigga, please stop. Trying to pretend you still connected to the streets. Not in the way that how y'all trying to say, nigga, you only supposed to be in the, if you go to the hood or you connect to the streets, nigga, it's about that. Fix the community. That's it. You don't help them niggas glorify that shit. I wish you niggas, some of you niggas stop that shit. So what's wrong with our people? We sitting there want to be street, nigga. What the fuck is, like, what's popping in the streets, nigga? Nothing. Almost died twice in the streets. I had niggas die in my arms, little homies. People get their head blown in front of me. What the fuck am I glorifying? A lot of my niggas are dead or in jail. The fuck am I glorifying? I had nightmares for years. The fuck am I glorifying? I wish some of you niggas would stop that shit. That shit ain't cute. It don't look good. It don't make you look tough or make you look real or you down. The streets is the streets, nigga. Leave it there. If you ain't in the streets, you out the streets, you ain't built for the streets. Because you ain't been there. Half of the niggas that come home from jail and they go back to the street wind up getting themselves killed. Because you know why? Because they ain't been in the streets. Because the streets change. The rules change, nigga. It's new niggas out there. Stop playing with the streets. Damn. It's all this tough shit. I'm sick of these niggas with the tough shit. God damn. Just be your fucking self. Damn, if you ain't like that no more, you ain't like that. Admit that. That's not trying to act like you like that. Fuck. Let's move on, man. Ah.
Got to this point, so like I said, he gonna pay in the ring. We get it back. I want to get it back in blood in the ring. On an even playing field, but also out the ring.
Have you started that process of suing him?
Right now, we're just trying to figure out, everything. The whole situation is still, we still don't fully understand the whole thing.
Regarding the actual.
Well, I'm trying to figure out. Well, why are you talking then, nigga? Why are you talking about the situation? You doing interviews and bullshit, and you don't know nothing about nothing. You on the internet talking about you gonna sue Ryan Garcia and all that other shit, but you don't know all the details of what's going on. Why are you speaking, you goofy ass nigga? Why? Listen, we live in a day and age where some people ain't that goddamn bright. I'm just being real. I grew up in a different type of era, man. Listen, you don't speak on shit you don't know shit. You don't move unless you know enough evidence to do what you're going to do. And it's still when you feel that you got enough evidence, you still may not know all the evidence. So you just got to take that chance and ride. See, I come from that type of era. I don't know what the fuck is going on now. And it's not just young niggas. It's a lot of goofy ass niggas regardless what age range they are. A lot of niggas is just goofy. A lot of you niggas don't stand for shit. You ain't got no principles. You don't even know who you are. That's why you niggas, it's so easy for you to be sitting out here saying stupid shit. You letting the bitch niggas motivate you to do stupid shit and say stupid shit and move stupidly. Because they tell you, oh, this is how this is supposed to be. Ain't none of these motherfuckers been in any of those situations before. But they want to tell you. How the internet tell you? Listen, people, I never sit there and act like I know everything in the goddamn world. But you can't tell me about certain shit. If I lived through it, I've been through the experience, and a motherfucker ain't never been through it, and they try to tell you, oh, this how I would hurt. Man, sit your goofy ass down. Sit your bitch ass down, man. Get the fuck out of here. It's like a bitch ass nigga trying to tell me how to be real. Man, sit your bitch ass down somewhere, nigga. Just cause I ain't no street nigga no more, I'm far from a bitch ass nigga. But a bitch ass nigga that been a bitch ass nigga all his life gonna tell me how to be, how to act. Really, nigga? Y'all be letting these internet goofy ass niggas do this shit, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, go
But
ahead.
what I do understand is that, you know, he's failed 5 tests, and it's no coincidence that you failed 5 tests. That's not, you know, this is, and there's no coincidence that you don't, you know, nobody's gonna just forfeit $1 million just for something that they didn't do, right? Would you?
No.
Okay, so by the time that you forfeit $1 million,
He
you pretty much
forfeited
own
$1 million because he didn't want them to know all the other substance that was in his system. It had nothing to do with PEDs, nigga. We already know that. You know that. Stop lying. It wasn't PEDs. The other 3 things that he failed on, it wasn't PEDs. We know that. The people that testing the people in New York or whatever, they already said that. It wasn't PEDs. He knows better than that. So he's just still sitting out there pushing that narrative just like a little goofy bitch ass nigga that he is. Fuck out of here, Devin Haney, man. You starting to piss me off, man. Stop, man.
pretty much owning up to, you know, what you did.
And just to be clear, the 5 tests, which are you referring to? Because I was, what I read was
He failed.
19th and 20th, right?
So he failed the day before the fight. He failed his A and B test.
Mm-hmm.
The night of the fight, he failed his A and B test again, and he also failed the commission test that he took on the fight night as well.
Okay.
So the commission did their own separate tests, and he didn't only fail the VADA test; he failed the commission test as well.
And all of it was
but they wasn't PEDs. Listen to what he said again. It proves my point of what I was saying about the whole shit with Ryan Garcia. Listen to what he said.
The night of the fight, he failed his A and B test again, and he also, you know, nobody's gonna just forfeit $1 million just for something that they didn't do, right? Would you?
No.
Okay, so by the time that you forfeit $1 million, you're pretty much owning up to, you know, what you did.
And just to be clear, the 5 tests, which are you referring to? Because I was, what I read was
He failed.
19th and 20th, right?
So he failed the day before the fight. He failed his A and B test.
Mm-hmm.
The night of the fight, he failed his A and B test again, and he also failed the commission test that he took on the fight night as well.
Okay.
So
right.
Listen.
The commission shit that he saying the night of the test that he failed, it was the same fucking VADA test. Like, it was the same test, but it was other substances in his system. So altogether it was 5. It was other different shit. It wasn't the same shit. Like, it wasn't PEDs. Like, you get what I mean? It was only one PED thing that was in his system. He just failed the same test 3 different times, right? In a span of a week. Okay? So, the other shit that the commission said that he failed had nothing to do with PEDs. The day of the fight. The night of the fight, if you want to say the day of the fight. That was something different. That wasn't PEDs. So people, we could be talking about, because they didn't be specific about exactly what he felt a lot of that other shit was, but we know it wasn't PEDs. So it could have been shit. It could have been Adderall or some shit, or it could have been cocaine. Like, it could have been shit like that, but it wasn't steroids. It wasn't shit that had to do with anything with like PEDs. It had nothing to do with that. But he trying to mix all that shit up together like, oh, it's all the same. It's not. Now, listen, if you want to say he failed tests, yes, you can say you can put all that together. But stop trying to pretend that it's all the same type of shit. It's not. 3 times he got popped for the PEDs. From the doping industry and from the boxing commission, right? And then the other shit that he got popped for was the other two things was the doping shit. I mean, was like not doping shit, but some type of like recreation drugs. It had nothing to do with PEDs. That's why they suspended him for that long. Devin Haney knows this, or he's intentionally lying. Or he doesn't know the difference, or he's intentionally lying about it to make himself look like a victim. And I'm sick of this shit with him, man. Like, be a fucking man, bro. Your daddy been putting his dick all in your mouth, coddling you with a dick pacifier, and you letting he do all the talking for you, and then now you come out, you want to start talking, and you sound like a pussy. The fuck out of here, man. Let's move on.
So the commission did their own separate tests, and he didn't only fail the body test, he failed the commission test as well.
And all of it was for Austrian, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And regarding the fight itself,
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't all that. It was not. That is a lie. See, he just lied again. It wasn't that PED. It wasn't only just that PED drugs. It's a fucking lie. This dude stay lying. Or he don't know what the fuck he talking about. But mind you, he's still the same person. We don't know all of what's going on, but he want to tell you exactly what shit is. But he don't know whatever. You can't have it both ways. Do you know what's going on or you don't? At least I admit, I say people, I don't know exactly what the other things that he got tested for that violated the rules. But the one thing I do know that it wasn't PEDs. The other two things wasn't PEDs. It was the first three things. And mind you, they gave him them random tests. And like I told you, I did the research. The PEDs that was in his system, of course they'd be in the system even after a week or two. A lot of that shit that he took, that shit is going to be in the system for a month. But the doses that was in his system, he haven't been taking that shit for that long of a time. He couldn't have been. He maybe had took that shit. It could have happened maybe a week that he put that shit in the system. Maybe a week and a half, maybe the most. But he could not. That shit, and it still wouldn't have an effect on him. It would pop up in a drug test, but it wouldn't affect his system of that PED for at least a couple of weeks. It had no effect. It was too much of a law of doses that where it could, like, they was like, damn it, is this contaminated? And they came out and said it was contaminated. He just had to prove it. He did prove it. The problem was that then they found some other shit of different drugs in the system that wasn't PEDs, that was against the rules of having a foster drug testing from the Boston Commission, and he wouldn't explain it. Because he probably wilding, he probably high, and he probably be ashamed that he doing coke or whatever the fuck he on. And he just said, fuck that shit. What they gonna give me? Yeah, I take that. I'm not, listen, just saying. Move on.
what do you think went wrong? It was shocking to see it play out like that because we had never really seen you in that type of position. Looking back, what do you think went wrong that night?
Yeah. We can't say because, when you're not on an even playing field, that's what went wrong right there. We let's start there. We I can't say, oh, I'm fighting you.
Let me say this. That's how you know he got his ass whipped. That's how you know that you have been exposed. We can't say. It had nothing to do. So it had nothing to do that your game plan was to go in there and stand in front of this dude. Knowing that he hit harder than you. Knowing that his chin is just a little better than yours. He hit harder than you. Because we all know that you ain't got no power. We know that you know that. We know that you know that you don't hit harder than him. Had nothing to do with that. Had nothing to do with the game plan. Listen, you want to just blame? We don't know because he had these PEDs in the system. Come on, bro, stop. Listen, people, and don't get it twisted. I'm not a fan of Ryan Garcia. I'm just telling you, I'm not gonna sit here and let this dude lie to people and lie about him getting his ass whipped. Them PEDs didn't have anything, that shit that was in his system had nothing to do why Devin Haney got his ass whipped. I'm telling y'all that. I did the research on this shit. I'm telling y'all. Listen, motherfucker want to come back and say, Kenny, you wrong, they can prove it to me. I guarantee you, I did my homework. I did the research. I'm telling you, them PEDs that was in his system, it wasn't enough high percentage of that to have an effect on this man of somehow, some way he had an edge over Devin Haney. That is not why Devin Haney lost. Devin Haney lost because Devin Haney doesn't have a good chin. And he had a bad game plan, and he went in there and tried to fight Ryan Garcia with a nigga with power, head up. He got his ass whipped. Let's be real.
Straight up, and I'm clean, and you're fighting me with PEDs in your system. It's not a fair fight. So that's what went wrong.
Was it one
And
of the,
that's why I said it.
See,
and that's why I said
and he got to stick to that because his PR people, whoever it is, telling him to stick to it. His daddy, stick to that. He was dirty. That's why he lost. It ain't about that your daddy is a bad coach. He's a horrible coach. You didn't have a good game plan. None of that shit. It ain't about that you got a bad chin or anything like that. Your chin ain't shit. You ain't got no power. Your defense is suspect at this point because it got exposed. And it might even be a little better than what it was, but the game plan was off because he didn't defense. He wanted to go in there and fight. Knowing that ain't even your style. It got nothing to do with that. Let's just blame it on the PEDs. Nigga trying to save face, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Let's move on.
That's why I said we have to run it back because it just wasn't a fair fight. And if PEDs don't matter, then why did we test for it?
No, first of all, let me just say this. Nobody's saying that if PEDs don't matter. I didn't say that. I said the percentage of the PEDs that was in his system did not have an effect on the fight. It was too much of a lower percentage of that was in his system to have an effect. These are facts. You already know that. That's number one. Then number two, the only reason that you even talking about fighting Ryan Garcia again is because of your fans, your own fans, got in your ass and told you, man, you better run that shit back while you bitching. That's the only reason you said it. Because before then, nigga, you was on ESPN and you was on Twitter and all that goofy shit that you do talking about, I'm never fighting him again. He's a cheater. These are facts. I ain't make it up. I ain't lie. This is shit that came out of your mouth, nigga. And the only reason you changed your mind is because your fans started to turn their back on you. The little bit of fans that you do have, nigga. Fuck are you talking about? Now you want to run it back. You ain't want to run it back at first. You notice we don't really know what was really wrong with Earl Spence. I know something was wrong with him, but I don't know what was really wrong with him. I know that wasn't the Earl Spence I seen. It was nothing wrong with Devin Haney. His problem was he had a bad game plan and he got a fucked up chin. His chin ain't shit. You can blame it on the PEDs all you want. They didn't have an effect like you trying to present it to be. So to me, that shit is bullshit to a certain extent. Now, as far as like it should be consequences for Ron, yes, I'm okay with that. But this whole notion about the fight, no. Fuck no. He whipped your ass. And the PEDs didn't help him whip your ass. That had nothing to do with it. Your game plan and your chin is the reason you got your ass whipped. Not the PEDs. Was it wrong for him to have that shit in the system? Yes. Did he intentionally do it? I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Did it have an effect? No. We know that already. You didn't hear Earl come out. Listen, Earl said these certain shit was wrong with him or whatever. Earl still wanted to run it back. He still want to run it back. He still think he can beat Ryan. He didn't say that he didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford. You did. And I know it's different certain scenario in a way, but when we know the facts of the PEDs and all that shit, no, nigga, I don't want to keep hearing you talking about that shit. I don't want to keep hearing you talking about the PEDs is the reason you got your ass whipped. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit. I know why you lost that fight. It had nothing to do with them PEDs. Nothing. It wasn't enough, a high percentage of that shit. It was a very, very low percentage of that shit. And he couldn't have took that shit so long to where it did have an effect. It was too low. And I know the drug. So the drug, you have to have that shit in your system for a minute for it to be a real effect. At least about 3 weeks. At least. And like I said, I don't fuck with Ryan Garcia. But I'm telling you this. He ain't never popped for nothing like that before. And he has proved that the shit that he was taking was contaminated. He proved that already. So this whole notion that Devin keep coming out blaming and knowing that, it's just like you hiding behind that you ain't got no chin and you came out with the wrong game plan. We wasn't on the fair stage. Man, get the fuck out of here. Listen, I hope y'all fight again. I hope you do. And don't back out of it next year, bitch. Bitch ass. Don't back out of it. Because I genuinely believe that hopefully Ryan Garcia is in the right state of his mind and he's in shape and really taking this fight even as close as decent that he took it last time. He gonna whip his ass again. Unless Devin Haney actually boxes and work on his skills. Yes, I give Devin Haney a chance to win the fight, but I'm giving more. I gave Devin Haney more of beating Ryan Garcia before. I'm giving him less of a chance to beat Ryan Garcia now. Because to me, I felt he got exposed. Let's move on.
Why are they banned?
So when you went back to the locker room,
you know why I say, my bad people, you know why I say that I don't think he got a chance to beat Ryan Garcia is because for the last couple of years, you go back and watch all of Devin Haney fights. He been trying to sit in the pocket with a lot of these fighters to show how tough he is and he could take a punch and he got power. But he didn't run up. He did all them fighters he fought. Jojo Diaz. He almost got clipped by the other Mexican dude. I forgot his name. Ranelez or some shit like that. Ramirez or something like that. He almost got clipped by yo. That's when motherfuckers knew he might not got a chin. Right? We was ooh. Right? After that, Jojo Diaz, what's the dude name? Shit. Tank for them. Lord Dominican dude, I forgot his name. But he tried to stand in pot. He was bigger than all these niggas. Right? And he boxed. He had enough power, he had enough height and weight to keep them niggas off from hurting him. Right? Him, Jojo Diaz, Kambosos, Lomachenko, Regis Prograis, last 5 fights, maybe 6. Listen, he's been exposed. Because I told you, if he get in there with a real puncher, he fought somebody his size, he fought somebody his weight, and for somebody his age level. And he got exposed. And then he came in there with a dumb game plan. He could have outboxed Ryan Garcia. I believe he could have. But he came in with that dumbass game plan. Like I said, it's a very high possibility that he can go in this next fight and outbox him and get the win. But his dumbass, if he sit in there and try to do what he did in the last 5-6 fights, and try to sit in there with motherfuckers that can hit, he gonna get his ass knocked out again. He gonna get embarrassed again by a fucking puncher. Tank know he can punch, but if it's a nigga in there that can punch like you or close to you, Tank, you know what Tank said? This is what I love about Tank, about Frank. He said Frank was strong. He was strong. But that's his IQ. He understand he had a game plan. He stuck to his game plan. He's like, yeah, I know this nigga strong. I can get this motherfucker about me. But Tank ain't no pussy nigga either. He's strong too, but he said Frank was a little stronger. He said, but I knew he was going to wear it down. So then that's where I come in at. My conditioning is like that. That's why when niggas was like, oh, they seen Tank jogging when he supposed to been at some type of promotional shit, but he was out jogging. He was out getting his shit together. He came lower than the fucking weight limit. Way lower. 2 pounds lower. Devin Haney. Let's move on.
PDs don't matter, and PDs don't matter. Why did he take them?
Right. Were you just shocked?
They have to be beneficial.
Well, yeah, performance enhancers, right? That's why they're called that.
Exactly.
Were you just like blown away when you went back?
Listen, nobody's saying that. But what we're saying, he didn't have enough of them PEDs in his system to have an effect in that fight. He did not. He just didn't. People, if you think I'm lying, go Google this shit. Go Google the shit that he had. That what's the name had in the system. Let's just go Google it. Take a quick commercial break. Go Google it while I take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, people. All right, people, back from a quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams. We go live, people. And if you can donate to the channel, go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys could donate to the channel. And if you can, people, need more information to subscribe, is down there strolling below. Subscribe and donate to the channel. It's down there strolling below the screen, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button and share the videos. People, keep the movement pushing. Yeah, man. Let's get back into it. But this dude, he's unbelievable, bro. He's just like, I don't like that they push the narrative that they push. It's not like that. I'm not saying what Ryan Garcia didn't have in the system is wrong for him to have it. I'm just saying it didn't have an effect the way he trying to make it. But let's move on.
Back to the locker room, like just not being able to comprehend, and then when you found out about the PEDs, did maybe the performance make more sense to you? Is that how you digested it?
My bad.
No problem.
Yeah, no, I mean, say that again. Ask the question again for me.
You know, because it was such a shocking result, right? You were such a big favorite going into it and whatnot. When you went back to the locker room that night in Brooklyn, were you just dumbfounded, like shocked, like, oh my, like how did this happen? What went wrong here? And then when you found out a few weeks later about the failed test, did it maybe give you like some, okay, now I understand?
First of all, time out. It wasn't a few weeks later. It was damn near like a couple of days later or some shit like that. His brother was on Instagram talking about the shit. So it wasn't a few weeks later. That's a lie. But anyway, let's move on. And maybe he just misspeaking. But come on, man. Let's move on, man.
Understand why this went down this way. Now I understand. Now this gives me a little bit more clarity.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know, whenever you take a loss, you just you question everything. You question your preparation. You question, you know, everything. So of course, you know, after the fight, you're wondering, okay, you're trying to think, where did I go wrong? What did I do here? Did I do everything here? But yeah, I mean, it's normal to think like that. But then it just came out. Oh, this is what it was, and that's what it was. At the end of the day.
Actually, first of all that shit fishy to me, because like I said, his brother came out and said the shit before anybody said anything. His brother came out and was saying that he think of something like if I ain't mistaken, he said something like paraphrasing a little bit. He was saying like, yeah, don't be surprised that Ron Garcia was on some type of PEDs. They was already putting a narrative out there, or they already knew. So he's lying. And it didn't take all these weeks. This shit came out maybe a couple of days later. It was out by the end of the week. Whenever the fight happened on Saturday, the shit came out around like Wednesday or Thursday or some shit like that. Or the rumors was already out there from Saturday to whenever. The rumors was already out there from like, I say Sunday or Monday. His brother was on live stream talking about this shit. Don't be surprised that he popped dirty for PEDs. So it's a lie. You had to know something. Why is your brother just assuming that? This nigga ain't no psychic. The fuck out of here. Please.
One thing I was wondering about when I was watching, and I'm wondering how you feel about it, when I saw your boots that were very cool, but then I was like, oh no, are these a problem? They were Uggs, right?
Yeah. No, they weren't Uggs, but they were like similar a little bit. So yeah, a lot of people they got like a lot of questions about the boots. Like I get that a lot. And it was a boxing shoe inside.
Got it.
So on the outside it looked like it was like a Ugg or something like that, but it was like custom made from a boxing shoe. So the whole inside was a boxing shoe.
Okay, yeah. I figured it. They looked super cool, but I was
so who the fuck cares? I don't give a fuck about what your shoes had on. I had a problem with how you went into that fight boxing. Well, I'm sorry, didn't box. You stood in front of this dude that hit harder than you. I don't give a fuck if Ron Garcia is not on PEDs. He's still gonna touch you. Listen, let's move on, man.
But I was just wondering if they were making you, I don't know, slip or just the grip wasn't good or something like that. Would you ever do something like that again?
um, yeah, I don't know. We gotta see. We gotta see. We gotta see.
It
Fair
ain't had
enough.
nothing to do nothing about them goddamn his goddamn shoes he had on. His boxing shoes. It ain't had nothing to do with that. He got his ass whipped because he did not box. The way he got his ass whipped is because he didn't box. I don't think. Listen, if he would have boxed, it would have. Listen, it wasn't a bad fight. I'm just gonna say this. Devin Haney was. I give him props. He kept getting up and he kept fighting. I give him that. But that fight could have looked a little different if he would have just boxed more. But I'm gonna tell you on real talk, I believe a part of him was scared of letting Ryan Garcia pressure him. So he felt like I had to stand my ground in that motherfucking ring. But he didn't understand that your power is not his power. I remember when he hit Ryan Garcia with power shots. It just made Ryan madder. Even when he knocked down Regis Prograis said it was a sneaky, it was like almost like a sneaky punch. Like it hit me because you was overwhelmed. You get overwhelmed because the motherfuckers outboxing you and bigger than you sometimes, or they just a better fighter, and then they hit you with a shot. It doesn't mean that they hit you hard. He got back up. Regis Prograis kept fighting. It wasn't no big deal. He didn't get knocked down again. Devin Haney power ain't like they just caught him with a good shot. An accurate punch. It was almost like you remember when Rolly said, I'm sorry, you remember when Rolly, it was Rolly, Ron, no, I'm sorry, Pitbull Cruz, no, not Pitbull Cruz, I'm sorry, Rolly and Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin. They said the one real thing Frank did say, he said, yeah, it's probably real, but yeah, he hit hard, but it's about his accuracy. Well, a lot of times, yeah, people got heavy hands and you can feel it, but if they ain't accurate, right, to catch you, they gotta hit you with some power to hurt you. Because I done seen Tank get hit with shots, accurate shots, power shots. It take a step back. Ooh, shit. Okay, cool. This nigga do. Okay, cool. And he still kept coming. Even when he fought Rolly. He understood how powerful Rolly was. But Rolly wasn't accurate. He was just catching Tank with shots because Tank was trying to, he had, going backwards. Right? So that happens. But he never hurt Tank. Tank just, when Rolly hit him, a lot of times, he just felt the power. It was like that with Ryan Garcia. He felt the power of them niggas. They were stronger. They was bigger than him. Doesn't mean that their power is their power was stronger than his. It was just that they were strong in the beginning. They much bigger and stronger than he was. Their power is elite, right? But it ain't like their power was like on Tank level. Tank understood. Nigga, when I hit you with this shot and I catch you and your chin ain't like that, or if your chin is like that, or I hit you with body shots or whatever it is, nigga, I'm gonna break your ass down. I'm gonna hurt you. I can hit you with this one hit quitter. If your chin ain't like that, I can hit you with body shots because you ain't. Listen, a lot of those boxers, it was like Floyd. You remember when Floyd fought Shane Mosley? And Shane Mosley hit Floyd and hurt him. That was the first time we ever seen Floyd hurt. Right? Even when the Madonna fight, Floyd wasn't hurt. He was stunned. He wasn't hurt. He was stunned. Because he been there before of getting hit with a shot like that, right? Because of the Shane Mosley shit. But when Shane hit his ass, Floyd was hurt. You know why? Because Floyd ain't never got hit like that before by a nigga that got power. And as much as it was accurate and it was clean, Floyd ain't never got hit like that. He has never got hit like that. And he took 2 shots. That's how you knew, regardless, that Floyd was hurt. That's why I give Devin Haney his props. He ain't ever got knocked out. He got hurt, but he got knocked out. And he got knocked down. Floyd didn't even get knocked down. But after Floyd understood that, oh, this motherfucker, he hit. After that round, Floyd came back and did what he supposed to do. He boxed that motherfucker. He stayed in front of him, but he boxed the shit out of him. It made him aware of how this nigga Shane Mosley power like that. Let me get back to the basics. I ain't got to prove. All right, I tried to prove that I can sit in the pocket with a nigga and, you know, whatever. But I got to be real aware. It woke Floyd up. What you see what happened to Devin Haney. That's why at this point you question everything about Devin Haney, his IQ and all that shit, his game plan, everything with that. Because, nigga, you didn't have a plan B. You question his daddy about his coaching. Because you like, yo, the nigga just knocked you down. He hurt you. Or even if he stunned you, you back off. Even with Ryan, when Ryan got hit with that shot with Tank, nigga, he backed off a little bit. He backed off. He like, hold on. Gotta be a little smart about this. This motherfucker, he real. His shit is elite. Ryan said, no, it ain't hurt me, but he caught me with that stunt. So I had to do shit differently. Devin Haney didn't do none of that. He just kept standing there. Kept trying to fight this nigga. And with no defense, no movement, none of that. And that's why he got his ass whipped. He want to keep blaming PEDs. Nigga, I watch a lot. Listen, I'm a boxing dude. I do this. I fuck with boxing, nigga. I'm a boxing guy. I'm telling you, I watch plenty of fucking fights. Devin Haney got his ass whipped the way he did. And it's just like Earl Spence. They kept doing the same shit over and over again. And you in there with somebody that is an elite fighter or somebody that just got power like that. You don't keep standing in front of them motherfuckers like that. You start boxing. You got caught already. I mean, you don't run scared, but you stand your ground, but you still keep boxing. It's a way you do that. It's a plan B. They didn't do it. That's why Earl got his ass whipped. That's why Devin Haney got his ass whipped. Got nothing to do with no goddamn PEDs, man. I watched that goddamn fight over and over again. Had nothing to do with it. Ryan didn't even fight a good fight like that. He just caught the nigga with shots because of him. Do I think that Ron Garcia is a better boxer than fucking Devin Haney? Hell no. Do I think Devin Haney ever have a more of a ring IQ than Ryan Garcia? Yeah. Even going if they do a rematch, I still think Devin Haney got a better ring IQ than him. A better boxer than him. Hell yeah. Now it comes down to your team. Now it comes down to you understanding in them situations like that. Devin Haney, you would think that he fought Lomachenko. That he was in the corner, because if y'all don't remember this, because I watched that fight over and over again, where he kept saying, well, he said to his dad, he said, well, he know what I'm getting ready to do. You didn't learn from that fight? And you got in there with Lomachenko. You was bigger than him, way bigger than him, rehydrated, way bigger than him. And he didn't hurt you. That's why I keep telling people, the only way Lomachenko can beat Tank if he outboxed Tank. He ain't got enough power to hurt Tank. You couldn't knock Devin Haney out. You ain't hurt Devin Haney. You ain't gonna hurt Tank. I'm being real. George Kambosos, that's how we knew Tank. That's how we knew if Teofimo Lopez dropped him, why the fuck Devin Haney ain't drop him? Just drop him. Once. He couldn't do it. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I watched this shit.
Fair enough. And so you were the WBC champ because it became a no contest. You got the 31-0 back. You got the clean O back. I saw the video of you dancing in the bowling alley and
now,
all
mind
that.
you supposed to leave that alone. You got your O back. Nah, you want to keep suing. You're talking about, I lost some money. Listen, bro. Let me say this. Whatever you suing Ryan Garcia for, and whatever money you get back, you still ain't going to make that money when you come back out. We don't believe in your skills no more. And I'm being dead honest about that. Do I think you're a better boxer than Ryan Garcia? Yeah. And I told everybody when he went up to 140, I tell you, there's a couple of them dudes, he ain't going to beat them elite dudes like that. And mind you, he said that Ryan Garcia was a C-level fighter. Okay, you lost to a C-level fighter. You fuck that PED shit, because we all know I broke that shit down already. But you beat Regis Prograis. You was bigger than him. Regis Prograis is a very small 140-pounder. Believe it or not. Shit, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Regis Prograis get knocked down by Josh Taylor? If I'm not mistaken. So that's what I'm saying. I could be wrong about that, but I think he just got outboxed. But it was a great fight. I think he got knocked down, something like that. I think Regis Prograis did. It's been a minute, but you're not hurting any fighters, bro. Even when you knock down Regis, like I said, I believe Regis got knocked down by what's the name before? Josh Taylor ain't no motherfucking power puncher like that. I keep telling a lot of these niggas, man, listen, when you move up to certain weights like that, it's only a few fighters that move up to certain weights that keep their power. And I'm going to be real about this. Not the biggest fan, personally. Terence Crawford is one of those guys. Canelo Alvarez is one of those guys. We don't know about Earl yet. They're the only two dudes. And I'm sorry, and Tank. We know if he move up to 140, he gonna knock some niggas out. His power is real. They're the only three dudes that you know if they move up to certain different types of weight class that their power is real. Right? They can hurt motherfuckers. So, don't mean that they gonna knock motherfuckers out all the time, but you know, cause you know, some niggas them niggas up in them bigger weight classes can take a punch. But if you can hit them niggas with your punching power, that had them niggas. Listen, I watched that motherfucking. I got a new respect for Canelo when he fought Munguia. Listen, Canelo got a chin, and Canelo can punch. Telling y'all. listen, shit. Terrence Crawford power is real. Them niggas got those guys and Tank, all three of those guys I just mentioned, they got different type of power. That shit is different. That shit is different. You gotta understand, Terrence Crawford came from 130 or 135 and came up. His power been the same. Terrence Crawford power is like that. Motherfucking Canelo power is like that. Came from 147 to 175. His power is like that. And one thing about Canelo, I have never seen Canelo hurt. I done seen him overwhelmed, some shit like that, or maybe a little stun here and there. But I have never seen Canelo hurt. Canelo got a motherfucking chin. I done seen Bud stunned before. I ain't gonna say I seen him hurt, but I seen him stunned before. Tank, I ain't never seen stunned or hurt. He's like Canelo. It's almost like they can get overwhelmed. But I have never seen nobody hurt them or stun them. Them niggas fight. Them niggas is like that. Canelo and Tank, they different, bro. They on like their chins is different. But on real talk, before all their power, putting Terrence Crawford in it, their power is real. And I'm just telling you. Niggas don't get Terrence Crawford his props like that, nigga. Terrence will break your ass down. You know what I mean? He will break you down. It's just, it's him and whoever advises him for promotion, that's what's fucking him up. Terrence Crawford supposed to be the biggest shit in boxing. He should be bigger than Tank. He's not. Pound for pound, all that shit, it's whatever. We talking about overall, the best, overall everything? No. It's Tank, then it's Canelo, and then it may be Terrence Crawford. And then that's why I say if, because you got Inoue. We don't know how big Inoue is over in America. We don't, because we don't know how he can sell over here. And let me tell you something. The reason that he keep fighting over there in Tokyo, partly because, whatever they got going on, right? But the other part is Top Rank. Top Rank ain't trying to put him over here in America. They just seen what happened to Anthony Joshua. They don't want that to happen. Inoue over here. People say, King, you think Inoue is the the little monster, because he ain't the monster, because that's Benavidez. But the little monster is he's legit. Yeah, I think he's legit. But I think he's not really fighting motherfuckers like that. Like, I think he's legit. But I think that he's overhyped. I'll tell you that. Monster Inoue is overhyped. Because he hasn't fought here. You got to prove yourself. You can't, listen, we can't have this expectation about Tank. Oh, he ain't fighting this person, ain't fighting that body. Nope, this person, that body. That person, and this person. But Inoue, he's only fighting in his own home state. Imagine if Tank was just only fighting all these other fighters in, let's say, Baltimore. He don't fight nobody outside of that. You got to come to Baltimore and fight. And the doping system is different. Niggas gonna be start questioning Tank. They already question him now, but I'm just saying it'd be even more questioning about Tank. Inoue has to come over here and fight. He cannot keep fighting over in Japan. Nobody's saying that he can't go back and do a big fight over there. No, but he got to prove himself here. Tank has done it. Crawford has done it. Earl has done it. Canelo has done it. A lot of other guys has done that shit. But I'm just saying, he just, like, I'm not giving him, he's overrated to me. Because I don't know what he got. I don't know if he like that. You got to come over and fight over here. I ain't mad at you for fighting people in your weight class. I ain't mad at that. I'm mad that you only fight. This nigga's only fighting in Japan. I don't like that. And we know the doping system ain't the same over there. Talking about the Ron Garcia shit, nigga. Like, we know the doping system over there with Monster Inoue. That doping system ain't the same. It's not the same. And let me just say this. I'm going to get a little political on this. I don't know what's up with some Japanese people. You don't like black folks. You disrespect our black people like that. But listen, y'all ain't all that. Because at the end of the day, you still need black Americans' help. Because we American. The level of disrespect that they show black people is that shit is weird over there in Japan. Like, honestly, that shit is weird. You motherfuckers are weirdos. A lot of y'all, people over there from Japan. I ain't gonna say all y'all, but a lot of y'all. Y'all weird as shit. Like, y'all ain't even like that. Y'all ain't even like that. Understand, when we send money, help y'all or do certain things, nigga, that come from black Americans too. Don't get that shit twisted. I know the narrative or the shit they put out there, they act like, oh, black people, you know, we this and we that. But it's a lot more black people. And I say 75% of us that's taxpayer citizens. So we outweigh the bad motherfuckers that do fuck shit. But they don't tell you about that. They, you know, over here in America and society, they try to act like, oh, we the worst of the worst. Yeah, okay, cool. Fine. And you want to believe that, but I'm telling you, get off of y'all high horses. Y'all ain't like that. And like I said, you get upset, you come here, you be all nasty. Some of y'all be nasty and disrespectful, and we come over in y'all country or some shit like that, and y'all all nasty and shit. Man, get your goofy asses out here. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all ain't even like that. China better than y'all. You want to be real. See, I told you, don't fuck with the nigga that, I don't mind being petty. Nigga, we don't, hey, we don't even fuck with Japanese people like that. Like, honestly, black folks, we don't even fuck with y'all like that. And listen, and it's not no disrespect, and I ain't trying to be racist or bigoted, but on real talk, as a black person, half the time I don't know the difference between Japanese and Chinese people and North Korean people. I don't know until they tell me. And you want to know why? Because I don't really give a fuck, and no disrespect. I don't really give a fuck about knowing about your culture, because I'm not trying to go to your culture. I don't really give a fuck about it. I try to understand it, but I don't really give a fuck about y'all culture like that. I really, truly, genuinely don't. But I don't like the disrespect that comes from the Japanese people. I don't like that shit. or the Chinese people. Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Listen, some of you minorities and Chinese, Japanese, North Korea, man, they get the fuck out of here, man. Like, you come over here with that hatred and got this disdain for black people, man, they get the fuck out of here with that white supremacy bullshit. You don't even like people that look like you. So you think I give a fuck about you not liking us? Black folks, you think I care? I just don't, I'm not going to tolerate it or stand for it. But I don't really give a fuck. You don't like us. Some of y'all don't like us. I don't give a fuck. Keep that shit to yourself. Bitch, nobody cares. Y'all like you so much better than us. That shit is weird, bro. I don't understand that shit. How a motherfucker that's from another country that comes over this bitch and try to act like they better than us? When you supposed to take your ass back home, but y'all want to come over here. Or if we go over your country, show some respect regardless. And at the same time, if you ain't a bigot or a racist, right? Don't assume all black people is the way that American media presents us. See, that's the difference between when you know somebody ain't trying to be racist or being a bigot. Because I can't assume everybody from Japan or North Korea or South Korea or China hate black people. I can't assume that. Shit, I live in a country. I can't assume that all white people hate black people. Because I ain't a bigot. I ain't a fucking racist. I ain't a hateful dude. And a lot of black people think like I think. We ain't like that. But if we was like that, you'll know. Honestly. You maybe ran into certain black people that said certain shit. But a lot of black people ain't like that. And the bad part about it, a lot of our black people that ain't like that ain't even fully educated until a lot of the worldly shit or a lot of the shit that goes on in your country and how some of y'all act. But if they understood it, they'd probably be bigoted because we can't be racist. We ain't got no power in this country. So we can't be bigoted. I mean, we can't be racist, but we can be bigoted. I was sitting there watching Kern, whatever. She said, I felt like I was being racist. No, you wasn't. You got no power. Just because you a black person that got a position that you felt like, oh, I had more money than a white person. That poor white person got more privilege than you do. It is no way that black people can be racist in this country. It's impossible. We don't have that much power. Listen, I'm more successful than some poor ass white folks. I ain't got more power than them in this country and society. Fuck no. The bad part about it, I know that, but I don't move like that. I don't move like, because I live a certain type of way. I get to treat poor white people a certain type of way. Nah, I treat people with respect. That's how I move, because at the end of the day, I know we all human beings, but I live in reality. I understand the circumstances of America. You know what I mean? Our reality. I don't live outside of reality. You motherfuckers want to pretend that you do live outside of reality. And let me say this before I get out of here, because I don't want to listen to this Devin Haney shit no more. That shit is just bullshit. And let me just say this. He a clown. And until you fight Ron Garcia, I don't want to hear you doing no interviews. I don't. This shit was stupid. It was dumb. I don't know who your PR people was, but this shit sounds stupid, and you sound like a fucking pussy. But let's move on. Let me say this before I go. We got the presidential debate coming up tonight. I'm not gonna watch it. I'll wait till this shit is over. Goddamn net, man. I ain't even like no incense. Should have, but I'm about to be done anyway. But I'm not watching that shit because it's not for me to watch. I already made my decision. It ain't nothing Trump or Biden can say that's gonna change what I say unless Biden be on some racist shit. He said some racist shit, and then I ain't vote for Biden. Excuse me. Dang, excuse me, people. But at least I'm honest about who the fuck I'm voting for. And I'm not gonna play these games acting like, oh, you know, I was saying some bullshit. I don't know, Simone Sanders or something. She said she was in Virginia or some bullshit. And a black woman came in, I don't know who I'm gonna vote for. Well, okay, bitch. You don't know who you gonna vote for. Well, fine. Like I said, genuinely, you want to know my genuine opinion about both candidates? I believe Biden is an inner closet bigot. I don't think he a full-blooded racist. I just think he a bigot, right? A lot of us are bigots. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I believe sometimes we don't even understand bigotry. It's different from being a racist. I'm telling you that. It's like being biased. A lot of people don't think they be biased, but we are all very biased. Trump is a racist. So it's a difference for me. I understand. I understand politics. It's nothing that Trump can ever say to me to change my mind. It's only if Biden says some racist shit from a time from now to November. He get on some racist shit. Or he say some bullshit out his mouth like he did the last election when he said, oh, well, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Hold on, nigga. Fuck you mean? You question my blackness? You ain't even black. Question my blackness. That's different. That's why I ain't vote for. That's why I ain't vote for Biden. I didn't vote for either one of them motherfuckers. But I'm just saying. But that's why I ain't vote for Biden. The last election. So it ain't nothing he can say other than something similar like that. And then, oh. But I've been telling black people, if you ain't gonna vote, you better stack up on guns. You better get your shit together. You better understand these racist ass white people ain't playing. They want to take over. They want to be racist. They want to take us back to Jim Crow. They want to make sure we ain't got no rights. Y'all playing. So you can sit and play with this election all you want. But like I said, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to continue to keep buying ammunition and guns. Till this election is over. And however way it goes, it goes. They both bad candidates, but I'm just saying, I'm picking Biden. This is the election that where you say, oh, they wanted me to pick the lesser two evils. No, yes. This is the election where you pick the lesser two evils. Biden or Trump. I wish black people stop trying to act like you got all these rights. It feel good, you got rights and all that shit. But if those Republicans get power, Trump get power, they already got the Supreme Court. You think they ain't gonna try to enslave you niggas? Or enslave us? Try to enslave us? Are y'all that goddamn stupid? See, listen, this debate is for you stupid motherfuckers. Some of you stupid motherfuckers. It ain't for me. I already know what I'm gonna do. I already know better. The black woman talking about, I don't know what I'm gonna do, you know, Biden and okay, lady, you still think you got rights. If the Republicans take over, you have no rights. You remember all them, you gonna get the jobs? You're gonna have to be a yassa massa nigga to get jobs. You think you already kind of do that now? You gonna really do it if Trump get in office. You didn't hear they plan? They got a plan. You just ignoring that. Trump got white supremacy. He didn't deny the plan. He didn't say, no, that's not what I'm about. It's a plan that his people put out. And it's the most racist plan ever. One of the most racist plans ever to change the country. And you just sitting there, you acting like this dude can't do that. Stop thinking, listen, Trump say stupid shit, but don't act like he ain't got smart people around him. This time around, if Trump get in office, he got a lot of smart people in power behind him. He know how to do this shit now. That was just a run-up that he just did last time when he was in office. This time, he's ready. You keep playing. Some of my black folks, y'all keep playing. Or some of you motherfuckers undecided voters. Go ahead, keep playing. You mad about abortion rights? Go ahead. You ain't getting shit. You ain't getting no rights. All you white women want to play and, oh my God, I can't believe Biden is blah, blah. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Don't vote. I'm telling everybody this. Don't vote. Or vote for the Republicans and go ahead and see what happened to you. Dumbasses. They using religion to distract of their evil. And you plan. It's got nothing about your religion. These motherfuckers are trying to take over the country on some dictatorship. And you just ignoring it. You just acting like, oh, yeah, well, Biden this and Biden that. You want to blame the president? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Blame Biden. Blame Biden for you let a motherfucker that's letting you know what he gonna do when he get in there. Well, Biden ain't do this. He ain't Biden. Okay, fine. He ain't do this. Okay, cool. Well, motherfuckers telling you when I get in office and I get power, I'm going to do everything that I'm saying that I'm going to do. And it's all racist. It's all bigoted. It's all built behind white supremacy. And you motherfuckers are playing. Go ahead. I hope you got your gun stacked. I hope you got your bullets stacked. Don't be surprised. Trump gonna start sending military, National Guards in your state to take over. Because that's what type of nigga, that's what type of dude he is. And you playing. You keep thinking we in this thing that we still got some type of say. Oh, we got some say. But if you don't use your say now, you don't vote for the right motherfucker, you get ready to lose your motherfucking vote. Or you don't vote, or you don't have no say, you don't use your say or your vote, you're going to lose it. And I'm talking to the white women, all y'all sitting out there acting like, oh, we about women's rights, we about women power and all that other shit. Okay, cool. All right. Play around with Trump and the Republican people. Go ahead and play around with him. Watch this debate. I guess figure out who you going to vote for. Go ahead. Do the dumb shit. Go ahead. I'm not watching that shit. I already know who I'm voting for. I already know what's going on. Y'all playing. Y'all playing. Y'all keep acting like we in a time where voting really matter to these racist ass Republicans. Well, they got black people and Latinos over there. So they bigots. They hate their own people. You ever heard of house niggas? That's what the Latino community that fuck with the Republicans. That's what the black folks are. The Chinese, all of them, they house niggas. The fuck wrong with y'all? Y'all keep playing around, man. This shit is, listen, y'all can keep playing around. We gotta watch the debate. We gotta see who we gonna vote for. Okay, cool. Go ahead. Go ahead and watch the debate and feel how you gonna vote for it. Go ahead. Watch what happens to your goofy asses. Play around. Trump might say some shit that you may like. He means none of it. Other than the shit that you take serious is the racist bullshit that or the bigoted shit that he said out his mouth. That is the realest shit he's saying. The horrible shit he's saying out his mouth, that is the realest shit he's saying. All that other shit, it's a lie. You can't do both of those things at the same time. You can't say, oh, I'm gonna pass policies, some good shit, but then say some horrible shit. That shit don't match. It doesn't make any sense. But y'all keep playing. Go ahead. Y'all gotta watch the debates tonight. Go ahead. Watch the debates. Like I said, I do it tomorrow. I recap tomorrow, but I'm not watching that shit. I'm not watching it at all. I get less fuck about that debate. It ain't nothing that Biden can do or say other than he say some bigoted shit he said on the Breakfast Club, but I highly doubt he'd do that. But I don't give a fuck he stutter. I don't give a fuck his age come out. I don't care. Unless Biden collapse on stage, then I'm like, oh, we gotta get that nigga up out of there. That's the only thing. If he collapse on stage or something, that's different. But like I said, we still got Kamala Harris, and I ain't a big fan of her, but she's better than Trump. She's better than the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. That white supremacist. That racist piece of shit. You telling me that he's better than her? What, because he said he's religious? Okay, cool. Listen, man. I know more people that ain't religious that give a fuck about people more than religious people do. These are facts. That'll put their life on the line for people. That will go their way to help people more than a fucking religious person that I know. I ain't saying all religious people are bad, but I'm just telling the religious people I do know they ain't gonna do that. Like I told you, a lot of religious people scared of shit. You know the hood fucked up, but they scared to go out there and risk their life. I remember when I was out there in the streets like that, them religious people came out that motherfucker. They wasn't scared of the hood. They wasn't scared of the gangbangers. They put their life on the line. The motherfuckers, they don't come out there. They don't come out there like that. All that shit they talking about. But they want everybody to come to their church and give them money. I'm still I'm still waiting on programs that some of these so-called religious folks supposed to do. Religious folks, when I was growing up, religious folks did shit in the community. They helped throw the block parties. They helped support the young kids that was playing sports. Paid for they go around the community, say, look, give us $1, 50 cents to help the kids play baseball, football, or something like that. That was the religious folks that did that. Back in my day. And then a lot of motherfuckers weren't religious. A lot of motherfuckers was gangsters. I ain't say a lot, but some people was gangsters. Some people they wasn't religious no more. But we still gave. Because we love the kids. Wasn't about the religion. But the religious folks was out there. They did the work. They don't do that no more. Not a lot of them. They don't do that. I told you this shit is a scam thing. Listen, I knew pastors that was when I was very religious. I know a pastor. Shout out to him. He did not whatever the church donated. I mean, there was a scandal behind that with him too, so I ain't gonna get too deep into that. But there was a scandal behind him with money and shit. He wound up doing some foul shit. Right? Listen, I always keep telling people in the community about pastors and so-called religious people. If they're, especially the pastors, if the pastors are not living in the community, you don't fuck with that. You don't. I learned that from being very religious. If you're not if you're not living in the community, how the fuck you know the community? You got to go through that shit with the community. That shit comes with it. I know you got a family, whatever, but you can't say you God this and God that. We gotta fight the devil, right? So why you ain't here? But they move. They roll out. Do you get what I mean? It's like me, right? Oh, I say I'm about my people. I tell you, I ain't going in the hood. I ain't fuck with them niggas like that. Nigga, I don't live that far from the hood. Nigga, I'm touchable. But I'm protected. Cause I protect myself and my family. But nigga, I ain't far from the hood. Nigga, I ain't gone away from my fucking community. I'm here. I ain't gone. I don't live deep in that shit no more. But nigga, I ain't far from my motherfucking community. That's all we ask from our so-called religious leaders. Can't move way out. Nigga, I love amongst my people. Listen, if my people want to do something to me, come try. I live amongst my people. I ain't far from my people. You know what I mean? But these niggas, some of these religious people, they sit there and they pretend that they good folks. They down with the cause. They down with their religion. They not. They don't live amongst their people. They move. They get the fuck away from here. That's why it's very hard for me to leave. Man, my wife wanted to leave so bad. My wife would tell you, he keeps stopping us from getting the fuck away from here. My wife would tell you that about me. I gotta stay amongst my people. My wife keep telling me, but hey, we want that dream house though. I said, we can't do it in the city. We can't. I mean, we can do it in Baltimore County or something like that. But you know what I mean. I just, it's hard for me, cause I love my people, and I don't want my people to ever think that I already keep a distance and away, right? Cause I don't hang around street niggas. I don't do none of that shit. But I ain't that far from no street nigga. But you roll on me, nigga, it be war. It be a war. You fuck with me. Like, be real. Like, I'm real about that. I ain't saying I'm thorough like that. Everybody can get got and get touched. But, nah. But my whole thing is that a lot of them motherfucking religious folks, they ain't like who they say they are. They not that. They lie. They take advantage of the community. now. I don't live amongst the people. They move away from them. I ain't got no problem with it. I just feel like stop acting like you be here. You only come here to get money from your people. If you don't live amongst your people, what the fuck are you doing? You want money from the people, but you don't live amongst them. You ain't going through their struggle. You know what I mean? So that's why I always tell y'all, like, I will appreciate if you donate to the channel. I don't live amongst the hood like that, nigga. But I'm amongst my people, though. I ain't that far from them. I'm right there, nigga. It ain't hard to touch me. It ain't hard to touch me. You know what I mean? I ain't that far, like, you get what I'm saying? Nigga, I move amongst the people. You know what I'm saying? I choose not to hang around a lot of shit. I choose not to fuck with certain shit. But I'm amongst my people. But I always tell people, if you donate to fuck with the movement. That's on you to feel. There ain't no shit that I gotta. But would I want you to donate? Yeah. But do it if you want to. Do it if you fuck with what I'm trying to do. But I don't give a fuck, like, if you donate or you don't. I'm good. Everything in my studio, nigga, I bought. And a donation came in this motherfucker. And no disrespect to nobody. Because of course I would appreciate anybody donate. But ain't nobody that ever donated to this channel bought anything in my motherfucking house. Nothing. Nothing. I work for that shit on my own. I try to use the money that y'all donate to help others. That's what I do. Push the movement. I remember I said to OBM, I say, man, you know, I pay this shit, the Scream Y'all shit every month. Right? I was like, yo, niggas gotta understand that. They don't gotta do that. If you ain't fully committed to what the fuck. And my thing was that, hold on, give me a second, people. Fuck. Give me 1 second. Let's go to a quick commercial break. What the fuck is that? Hold on, give me 1 second, people. I'll be right back. All right, people, back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channels down there scrolling below the screen. Make sure you guys hit the like button coming in and out of the building. Excuse me, and share the videos, people. We highly appreciate it. Keep the movement pushing. Listen, let me say this. This is real talk. Because I always try to get niggas real talk, real jewels dropping. Because I ain't going to do another live stream till tomorrow. Right? Listen. I I look at shit like this. Like, my father-in-law right now real sick. You know what I mean? Down there on his last leg, but he's still fighting. Right? His cancer came back. And now that shit is in his brain. And you know, I no lie to y'all, my father-in-law was, I'll talk more about his character later, but you know what I mean, if anything happened to him, but hopefully he survived this, but don't look good. But one thing about my father-in-law, man, he for me, I say for me, was him and my wife, they didn't have a great relationship. So I used to have to like play this role of getting my wife, not playing a role, but do this role of playing, not playing, but telling my wife like, hey, you have to understand. At least he calling. At least he trying to be there in a way, right? Because he finally get it, and I didn't have that, and so I kind of helped my wife. You know, when we was younger and shit, in our 20s, it was like, at least he calling. At least he trying to do some shit. You know what I mean? You know he was on that shit, and you know he was wilding and shit. And, you know he was in the streets and shit like that. So, you know, I said it's difference. It's a difference from your dad and then my dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? My dad actually been sober way longer than your dad was. And at least he trying. You know what I mean? And it might not be the way you want it because, you know, you expect more. Like, you know, when you hurt by your parents, you expect more. You expect more from your parents to do more. Like, you want to hear more. Like, it's almost like you know, it's like if you treat somebody wrong, sometimes if you hurt so much, you want that person to say some more to make you feel way more better than they hurt you. And that's not life. You know what I mean? Because it ain't too much that somebody that hurts you can say to you to fix a situation unless you allow him to forgive or let that shit go. You get what I mean? I had to learn that. And I'm gonna say this. I was having this conversation last night. I was with my brother talking, and with my little brother LT and my little brother brother Bell. I was having this conversation about other OBF members. I don't expect shit from them. Right? There's not no disrespect to them. I don't expect anything from them because, you know, motherfuckers that ain't here no more. It's not personal with y'all. I always tell them that. It's personal with me. Because I know it's deeper than that, but I never tell y'all the deeper part about that. But if we want to ever fix some shit, it's up to them. I can't fix some shit that they don't want to fix. You get what I mean? I want to fix it. Of course I want to fix some shit. I want us to get back. OBF, you see the family come back, everybody come back and shit like that. Of course I want that. But I'm not like, I wanted to happen, but it's not like some shit that like I kind of gotta be. I don't look forward to it, right? Like, because I know these folks, right? And I know the energy of, they not mad at everybody in the family. They're mad at me. So I know they personally mad at me. And I know when people get personally mad at me, that means I said some shit, or I did some shit, or to them, or even to me sometimes. I made it across the line, right? So, but the one thing about me, never get this shit twisted. If I stand on business, I stand on business with it. Right? But I always I was telling them last night, that shit ain't that deep with them. That's their shit. That's their own personal shit. You know what I mean? And everybody ain't me. I'm in a different place mentally and emotionally that I don't like. Listen, nigga. I done seen worse. I done heard people say shit to me worse, and that was blood and family to me. That nigga I'm good with now. You feel me? So it ain't. So this shit, whatever was going on with some of our OBF members or something like that with me, nigga, that shit ain't that deep to me. So for them, it may be. I'm not trying to knock how deep they feel about it. It ain't that deep to me. You feel me? It's not that deep. But to them it is. And I have to respect that. And it's okay. I ain't mad. Disappointed, but I ain't mad. You gotta understand, when I tell people I love them, I genuinely do. I genuinely do. Even if I don't fuck with you no more. Right? I can't not say I don't love you no more, because I still genuinely do. I just can't fuck with you no more. It's like a family member. It's like, because that's how I look at people that fuck with me. They family. It's a family member. Nigga, listen. They can do some fucked up shit that I don't like, and I don't think we can come back from that, or whatever it may be, right? Or I'm mad about. Nigga, I may not like what you're doing. I may not fuck with you no more. But I still love you. So my love is always genuine. It's not no shit that I say to people. I don't tell people I love them for no apparent reason. Nigga, I genuinely love you. And so that's what bothered me about former OBF members or who ain't here. And we was talking about that shit. It's like, yo, I genuinely love these motherfuckers. And they just like, and like that shit don't even matter. Because whatever the situation may be, we can't talk that. We can't talk about it. We didn't even have real conversations about it. And like I said, it been years a little bit, right? Or months or whatever. We've been separated for a minute. So my perspective may be different. My attitude as far as trying to handle it may be different. But you see that they don't. And maybe they watching what I'm saying. And they think, oh, he ain't changed. Well, I'm not going to change that much. But I will change of like understanding that I ain't right about everything. Of course not. Fuck I look like. But I'm pushing a movement. I'm trying to reach people. I'm not going to sit here and act like everything I'm saying is 100. Like, I don't do wrong. I ain't saying nothing wrong. That's stupid as shit. But I'm very consistent of who the fuck I am and how I look at shit. But sometimes I get shit wrong. Sometimes I can take things the wrong way. That's how it goes. We are human beings, man. We not perfect. Life is not perfect, bro. Everybody roll around this bitch a lot of times and act like, oh, you get mad at a motherfucker, you can't make that shit up. You know what I mean? Just gotta give people time to chill out a little bit and understand the situation. I always tell people this all the time. If I'm mad at somebody, it depends what it is. Like, it really genuinely depends what it is. There's only one OBF member that was a part of this shit that I never forgive. Because I knew when the shit was going on, and I was watching him for a minute. Right? Watching this person for a minute. And I knew that what that person was trying to do. But everybody else, nigga, I can get over it. Number one, I grown as a man. I grown as a person. You know what I'm saying? I grown as a motherfucker that give a fuck about other human beings. So I have grown. But yeah. Just like motherfuckers in my life I would never fuck with. Listen, let me tell you something. When I tell you, see, this is how consistent I am. There's nothing that my mom can ever say or do or get her life good or whatever that I would ever fuck with her. That's my mom. That's my mom that she helped create me. That's my motherfucking mother. And I'll tell you that. So I just be trying to tell people, if I ain't that mad at you like that, like, nigga, we can come from that. You know what I mean? I can be mad or whatever, but if I tell you, nigga, I now fuck with you no more, ever, if I don't tell you that, so number one, if I tell you that, I'm gonna treat you that way. But I'm just saying, that's why I'm saying my shit is consistent. I'm just telling y'all, like, if listen, listen. At the end of the day, I love my mom, love her to death from afar. Never can fuck with her, ever. It ain't nothing my mom can ever do, ever. She crossed a certain line with me, that shit won't ever. I can never have that type of person. I don't give a fuck how good she doing. I can support her from afar, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Hope she doing good. Hope she doing well, nigga. But me and my mom, we can never be cool, ever. There's nothing she can do. She broke that bond. You know what I mean? I keep telling everybody, nigga, I treat people like family. If they friends, they like family, nigga. It's a bond that I have and a love that I have for people that fuck with me. You break a certain shit with me, nigga, I can't come back from that with you. You know what I mean? So when I tell people like, yeah, nigga, we can come back from that, nigga, cool, I'm mad, but okay, cool. Right now, I can't fuck with you right now, but yeah, later down the line, I can. But if I don't cut you fully out, nigga, I can fuck with you. But if I cut you out and say, fuck that nigga, it ain't nothing that ain't nothing that nigga can say to me. We out? Nigga, I'm not faking that. I'm not bullshitting that. Nigga, I told that to my mom. Never fuck with her. Ever. No. It ain't nothing my mom can ever do. I never fuck with my mom since then. My mom did that shit to me years ago. Fuck out of here. Still hope she do good and shit like that or whatever. Still got love for her because she's still my mom. But from a way far, nigga, ain't nothing my mom can do. She can get sober the day of tomorrow. Be a good person. She could be this person, that person, doing good or whatever. Nigga, I would never click with her. Ever. I would never do anything with her. Ever. That's how loyal I am. That's how real I am. I don't play those games like that, nigga. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. My wife knows that. She know that when I say that, nigga, I don't fuck with you. The thing is about that, and I'll be very honest about it. And I'll leave this with this. I don't know why I feel like my light cut off. It's probably because of this light going on. The pot shit, this shit light going on. So I'll keep thinking that light clicked off. I tell people this. I told my wife this. I said, these motherfuckers in real life don't understand that when you stand on business, you stand on business. My wife told me that sometimes you gotta let certain shit go, but not me. It's a line you can't cross with me. That shit worked for me in life. I don't let people cross a certain line with me, and I can't do that. You know what I mean? I had plenty of family members I just genuinely don't fuck with no more. You can't allow people to cross a line with you. Because if you do that, then the next person that know that person or family member, they think they can do that shit to you again. No. And there's certain shit you can't do to me. And like I said, I'm a grown ass man, so my maturity level is different. I don't give a fuck about what other people care about, because I'm a grown ass man. So I don't care about what people care about. But you ain't gonna treat me a certain type of way. You gonna talk to me a certain type of way. You're not gonna do that. I'm a grown ass man, dog. I move like a grown man. I don't move like no motherfucking goofy niggas out here that trying to figure them. I'm not trying to disrespect niggas that's trying to figure themselves out. So I don't want to say that. I don't move like other dudes that's trying to figure themselves out. I know exactly who the fuck I am. So I don't have to pretend or have to try to figure myself out or have to go through scenarios to try to figure shit out. I don't have to do that. I know exactly who I am. So if you a motherfucker that fuck with me or you formerly used to fuck with me, if I ain't got that type of animosity towards you, then like, and I don't tell you I don't fuck with you at all, no more at all. If I ain't never tell you that, then we still good. We just ain't in a good space right now to fuck with each other. And that's fine. But understand, I really rarely give a fuck if you fuck with me or not. Cause I don't have time for that. There's people out here hurting. There's kids out here need my help. I got a movement to push. I ain't got time, unless you want the time. You know what I mean? I ain't saying I ain't got the time. I just don't. If you want the time, I got the time for you. Right? But I'm not gonna sit there and waste my time. You get what I mean? So, and I'm not gonna kiss nobody ass, man. Listen, I'm never a perfect dude. I ain't never been perfect. I did fucked up shit. There's a lot of OBF members that left here. I fucked up a lot of times. I admit that. I was sitting on the phone with a couple of other OBF members. I say, I fucked a lot of that shit up. They not mad at y'all. They mad at me. I get that. That shit on me. But the one thing about me and you really have to understand this. If you don't talk to me, you don't really know genuinely how I feel. It's just our reaction, right? And I don't genuinely know how you feel. Because you might feel a certain type of way. But if we don't talk, if I hurt you that much, then fine. If that was your level, I hurt you that much, then fine. I'm cool with that. I get it. We ain't gonna never talk again. I get it. Because everybody got a limit. Everybody got some shit that a motherfucker do. You be like, oh, no, nigga, you cross that line. I get that. But for me, nah. It's a certain level. That's why I never put all black people in a certain type of situation of like we all the same. We not. We all got different type of emotions. We grew up a certain type of way. But the one thing about black folks, when it comes to anything outside of us, we got to stand on principles. We got to stand on business. We don't get to allow white folks to do certain shit or other races to do fuck shit unless they cooning. If they cooning, then fuck them. That's how I look at it. Y'all know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. We had that conversation with my brothers and shit. I had that shit with my brother LT, my brother talking, my brother brother Bell. We had that conversation. It's all good, man. I ain't mad at nobody, man. That's the crazy shit about it. Like, they already know who I don't fuck with no more, but I ain't mad at nobody. I ain't even mad at the motherfucker I don't fuck with no more. That ain't even in my space. I'm a good nigga. I don't keep that energy in my space. That shit is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't fuck with niggas like that. Like, to care about shit that people care about. Like, you know what I mean? I care about what you care about. You know what I mean? And if you got a problem, you got an issue, then we'll talk about it. But me, myself, excuse me. Have you ever ran into somebody, right, that is very comfortable who the fuck they are? Nothing really moves them that much. Motherfuckers talk about, hey, you know, nigga, I'm good. I'm good in my life. But then they tell you, oh, the shit that bothered me. Well, nigga, that don't mean that you are 100% good in your life then. So, because some shit bother you, don't it? So you ain't always good. I would never say I'm always good, nigga. Shit bothers me. See, people gotta stop lying to themselves. Oh, because you ignore some shit, you think nigga been foul or whatever that situation, or certain females. Let that listen. If you ain't none of us good. Anybody that hurts you a certain type of way, you ain't good. Sorry, I don't give a fuck who you think you are. Stop pretending that you better than somebody, man. Cause you think you good, you know. I ain't letting that bother me. But hey, actually, is shit in your life that you actually get bothered about. You just don't recognize it. You won't admit it. Like I said, the niggas that I don't fuck with, oh, it's only one nigga that I don't really genuinely give a fuck about. That's not bothering me. But everybody else out of OBF that's not here genuinely bothers me. I missed him. The shit, I feel bad about it. Like it's some shit that we need to talk about. Like I feel that way. But it's only one motherfucker that I actually don't give a fuck. So, like I said, you gotta be genuine with yourself. You gotta be real with yourself. You have to understand sometimes. Like it's like even with me, like with the situation I'm talking about, OBF members, they not they're not gonna see what I'm saying. They're not gonna understand it, and it's okay. But at least you've been genuine. At least you've been honest. At least you've been who you say who you are. You gotta be real. They're not gonna listen. You're not gonna. I always tell people this. Unless those OBF members say, "Hey, let me talk to Kenny." Even what I'm saying, I'm being genuinely honest, means nothing until they want to talk. Other than that, I just speak the truth. I speak how I feel. Right? So, but you don't get caught up in, oh, it ain't saying that. They heard you, right? Nigga, they can hear you all they want. Nigga, they still doing what they do. You don't get to dictate their feelings, nigga. You don't get to act like you better than them, or they don't get to feel the way they want to feel. That's them. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm me. I'm always here. I tell all of them that's former OBF members, I'm always here. I still love them. You know what I mean? Always. Ain't nothing changed. Only thing changed for me is my maturity of allowing certain things. That's the only thing. I can't allow certain things. I'm not going to do that. That's what actually fucked the family up. Is that what I would allow certain people to get away with, and then let other people get away with certain shit. And then motherfuckers like, oh, you letting them get away with it, but then, oh, we do some shit. Nah, nigga. Like, so I learned that. So nah, my shit is to be consistent. You know what I mean? I told you I ain't perfect. Sometimes I can be inconsistent. I can do some fuck shit. So, yeah, that's what that is. And I had to learn that. Losing OBF members on that. Listen, I love my niggas. I love former OBF members. I love them. Other than one nigga. Other than that, everybody else I love. I love them. Always a conversation we can always have. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm better than nobody. I thought that, yeah, maybe I crossed the line with some people in OBF. Yeah, I admit that. I ain't perfect. I fucked up. But you never fuck with niggas that you don't fuck with. Never fuck with them. let's get the chat. Hold on. Shout out to OG. Shout out to OG in the building. Yeah, man. Motherfuckers don't be understanding that. People don't be understanding. Like, OG did some shit that I genuinely didn't like, but that's my nigga. I fuck with him. We ain't perfect. He ain't perfect. We all fucked up. And we all be acting like we perfect. And that's what I noticed, like, that's the shit that, like, it clicked for me. It's like, we always sit here and we talk about motherfuckers in OBF or whatever, right? And we keep acting like, oh, well, we perfect. Like, nigga, we come from fucked up backgrounds. We come from fucked up situations. We doing shit that even none of us didn't even know. Only when we want to know, we want to tell each other that we know. We don't know. Motherfuckers don't know that you doing some fuck shit in your life. You know what I mean? It's just, we gotta stop that shit. It's not. Listen, we don't give people passes. We still give our opinions, but we don't. It's a certain level of that shit of like some shit that you understand that it's the nigga do something that harmful to you. Listen, of course people disappoint you. Of course. Right? It's what they did. Right? And sometimes when somebody do certain shit to you or do something to something for you personally, then yeah, it can hurt. But if you can't have that conversation, if that person don't want to have that conversation with you, then that shit hurt more. Because that means that person don't give a fuck about how you felt. Or what was going on with you that you made that decision. Right? Or what hurt them or whatever. And that's what I seen. And I'll be very genuinely honest about this. This is why a lot of you see some of the OBF members that were supposed to be here. That's what happened. Niggas don't want to talk no more. Right? It's like, yo, you don't get to dictate that. Like, nigga, you hurt a motherfucker a certain type of way. I gotta kiss your ass to make you feel like everything good? Nah, bro. Oh, no. Like, you ain't gotta kiss my ass to make everything good. We ain't good. If you ain't good, I ain't good. So let's talk about it. You know what I mean? But we got to the point in OBF with some people that ain't even here. Some of them, not all of them. They was acting like, oh, I seen an issue and you didn't want to. And I probably was headstrong on it. But you was trying to make it seem like I'm giving up on you niggas. Take a break, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, listen, sometimes, yo, you got to take a break from niggas. And it's okay, it's cool. But don't say, oh, I'm out. I'm done. I ain't fucking with niggas no more. I made that mistake. And let me just say this, and I'm going to put this out here, and I'm going to leave this as this. Right? Shout out to Weezy. Because I did that to Weezy, and that was my fault. Said I ain't going to fuck with him no more. Because I was so frustrated with him and shit like that. But that was on me, and I apologize to my big bro Weezy. That was on me. At least I can admit that. Right. But yeah, man. I'm not doing that shit with niggas no more. Listen, some people gotta understand. If you ain't about this life, can't speak on shit. And I'm not talking about just being in the atmosphere of us. I'm saying like, yo, this shit ain't about just me. I speak on shit to try to reach people to understand that life is life, bro. You go through the same shit I'm going through. So this shit is about changing your behavior or acknowledging some of your bad behaviors or what you doing and how you treating people. That's my whole purpose. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit a lot of times y'all talking about. Some of y'all. I don't really care. Just be honest and genuine. And shit is about being honest and genuine. Listen, I lost people in OBF because of some fact of my arrogance. I lost people in OBF because of the simple fact that I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd be very honest about it. I wasn't real honest with them because I should have said fully what I wanted to say. But I didn't do it because I tried to hold it back. Or I allowed certain people in OBF to get away with shit and they shouldn't have got away with it. So I did a horrible leadership skills type of shit. I was a horrible leader. In a way, if you want to be real, I was a horrible leader. But a lot of real motherfuckers can't tell you that. They try to sit there and like, oh, nigga, I did the best I could. No, I didn't. I fucked up. I fucked a lot of shit up. Because I should have been very more honest than I should have been. You know. But it is what it is, though. I fucked up. It is what it is. I get it now. I don't hold nothing back from nobody. So that's what I do. You understand? And there's certain shit that you can't say to certain people, too. A little bit like, you know, when people going through pain, you really got to understand what they going through pain. Because you can get stuck in your own bullshit and you think that, you know, your pain is their pain. It's not. It's different. So, you have to chill the fuck out. Listen, V. Sometimes, bro, that shit ain't what you think it is. People think a lot of times, even I thought this. I thought that I'm saying shit and the people I say I love, right? And which I genuinely do, but at the time I genuinely say I love that I was doing shit that was out of pocket. You know what I mean? I wasn't being a full 100 on some shit because it wasn't consistent. When you're not consistent about some shit and you sitting there and you allowing people to say whatever the fuck they want to say and you don't check it, you know that shit ain't right, but you be like, oh, that's just them. Just that person to say. So people around you start to think like, oh, Kenny kind of feel that way. He kind of felt that way about, that's how he feel? So now niggas start to get feel a certain type of way about you. Oh, Kenny on that bullshit. He think it's okay. He feel like it's okay for these niggas to disrespect me. That's what happened. You know what I mean? When you don't check niggas doing fuck shit, and I believe that happened. And I'm gonna leave this as this, and we're gonna roll out. But I believe that's what happened with the OBF. I believe I allowed a lot of shit to happen, and I stood by it and didn't say shit, or you know, the shit went left, man. It wasn't the same. It wasn't like a nigga do some shit, you know it's wrong and you don't say nothing, and you sit there and you let that shit keep boiling over and over again, you know it's wrong, right? It feel wrong, and you don't say nothing. You let a nigga keep saying it, and you just think like, oh, well, that's just him. You know, that's how he is. Let him speak his mind. But it's not really a check there. You're not checking that shit. But then you want to check it later because now it feel bad. No, you should have checked that shit before. And when you do shit like that, it'll fuck a family up. It'll fuck your clique up. And that's what happened. That's why a lot of them OBF members ain't there. A lot of them niggas, and I'll be honest, and I'm gonna leave this as this, and I'm be the, listen, the one thing about me, I'm always a real nigga. Listen, well, at least try to be, right? Be the realest nigga. Listen, a lot of these niggas in OBF ain't here no more. They ain't fuck with us, and they my peoples, and I still love them to this day. Listen, the reason they don't fuck with me no more, they think I was being fake. Because I was letting niggas say shit they shouldn't have said. I didn't check them when I supposed to check them. I was allowing them to say certain shit, and they was saying it, and I didn't check it. I get it. I get it now. Right? And even when I said some shit or whatever, right? And I said, listen, I always tell people this. And I'll leave it as this. It's almost like my sister Shay, right? She said, oh, you started talking like this shit was happening, right? Crazy shit about it was that whole situation. I can't get too deep in it because I never put all our business out there because I love her that much. But I'll put enough business out there to let you know why I don't give a fuck what she talking about. And I know she out of pocket. And I'm not saying that I'm not wrong. If she said, oh, Kenny said, I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying she out of fucking pocket. Listen, I invited that woman to my house. Her kids, her family, everybody know where I live. Everybody in OBF that's my family and shit like that. Yeah, they know I live in Beatmore, but they don't know where I live. So, I ain't real. How she can say I ain't real? How I'm being fake? You know exactly where I live. Still to this day, she does. Nigga, I ain't moved. I ain't gone nowhere. I live amongst my people, nigga. So, that's why that hurts me. It ain't about all that other goofy shit. It's about, you know, I allowed you to come into my circle to know where I live. Just like you bring your family, nigga. My family was here. You came to my shit. But now, all of a sudden, now I'm being a fake nigga. That's what's irritating to me. At the end of the day, bro, I lost friends because they said, like, nigga, you want some other shit. You tripping. You want too much of that political shit. You ain't trying to fuck with niggas like that. Come on. And these are my niggas I know from the hood. So, for her to do that, get the fuck out of here. I'm mad. I'm not that angry, but nigga, it's an apology that gotta happen. Not just from me, from her too. There ain't no motherfucking way that you think that I was trying to, whatever you thought. Nigga, I'm me. I did some shit, sacrificed some shit. Nigga, I don't let everybody be around my motherfucking family. Everybody in OBF knows that. Nigga, everybody can't come around my fucking family. You ain't coming to my crib. We gotta plan that shit. Nigga, it's, listen, it ain't about OBF member. Nigga, I'm talking about family. That's blood to me. Nobody can come around my daughter. I ain't come around my family, my wife, nigga, you stupid? What's your goddamn mind? Fucking with mine. I'm very overprotective. So for her to like do that shit, that's deeper than that. And I told everybody, the motherfuckers that know me, we know the real. But it is what it is. But motherfuckers in, you know, we in the social media era, we doing this live stream. Well, you know, Shay, yeah, she had a point. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Now listen, can I carry certain things a little different? Yeah. But no. She is out of pocket. She way out of pocket. And if you think I'm out of pocket, her ass is way out of pocket. Because ain't nobody in this motherfucking family ever came close to my family. Nobody. She was never in danger, none of that shit. I wasn't in danger, none of that shit. Nigga, I go to California. Nigga, I ain't scared to go to California. What the fuck I look like? Get the fuck out of here. But I'm just telling you, I know some shit that you don't know. And she did what she did. And that's cool. Everybody be like, oh, you gotta apologize to Shay. No. Yeah, I apologize to her, but she gotta apologize to me too. She did some foul shit. Excuse me. And that's real. That's real. And I'll leave that as that, man. I ain't gonna never lie to no niggas, man. I ain't gonna never lie to nobody. Fuck out of here. I love Shay. That's my sister. And nah, she was out of pocket too. If I was out of pocket, she damn sure was out of pocket. And if I told y'all everything, you'd be like, okay, Kenny. All right, I get what you're saying. But I would never do that. I'll leave it as that. Leave the comments, hit your like button. Support your boy. It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world, man. We out.